Adam swapped you and Drew, which then you got Drew's role when then Mary checked you, and then you became a thumbs from up to down. So you were safe because of Adam swapping your role that exact same round to save you.
What was Drew?
Drew was serial killer. And so you get a thumbs down.
Okay,
yep.
so wait, what was JJ?
So JJ was Mafia. You saved a So the round you Spy, the round you saved Spy, the round you saved JJ, he was gonna get killed, but you saved him. He didn't die that round.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So here are the roles. Okay, hold on, I hear myself. So the roles were: Manny was Mafia, Adam was the bus driver, Spy was the doctor, Ellie was serial killer number 1, Lee was the fool, Drew was serial killer number 2, Scud was the godfather, Mary was the cop, JJ was Mafia, OG was the miller, Cam was the civilian, Kojak was the judge. My goodness, Cam and Kojak died so long ago. So yep, those are the roles, and I don't even know how long ago. Holy.
You guys are still in? 35 minutes ago?
I don't need to speak here. Drew's doing a really good job of being positive about how well people play. I'm going to go purpose on you. Right, you motherfuckers.
You want to see you play? We all got 2 wins tonight. That's wild.
Let me start on Spy first of all. Right. First of all, you saved the Mafia as Doctor. What are you doing? Don't worry, there's more.
Bro,
he was believing me.
Let's go to Mary. When he came out as fake cop, if you'd have come out as real cop, we'd have voted him off, and that'd be a killer gone straight away.
Yeah,
So instead of losing a killer, we lost a talent, and that is bad. So that's so. But look, we'll go back. Spy, we'll go back to you. Why did you vote?
I had no clue
Gave it to Lee. Lee sat there. His smile is so bright. He's lighting up like Lee.
He said he was your role.
Well, Spy, the only way you could have won is if Lee voted for Manny and you voted for Manny, but Lee was never going to vote for Manny. He was always going to vote himself as fool. So you had almost no way of winning. So yeah.
There's a reason why Lee died first round.
Yeah. Lee,
I'm sorry, JJ.
No, you did good, Manny.
Lee, did you think you were gonna die when I said the person with 2 E's is gone?
Yeah, I was hoping I didn't, but I was close. I was like,
We had to choose between Ellie and Lee, and I really thought Ellie was
save myself till the last round either.
No, you're
Who
fine.
was clown?
Yeah.
y'all understood why I took that long pause. Carbon, that try was a little too long. I wanted you to cut it.
I wanted to keep it going until you spoke. I wanted you to speak something.
I was like, the bag is already sealed. Ship it.
You should have figured out when I said one of you was the fool that he was actually
Also,
the fool.
there was a comment made. There was a comment made with 3 people left where Spy said that there's no Mafia or serial killer left. That was impossible because again,
Manny was thrown. Manny was like, "What? It's not me." But
somebody, I don't know who said that, but I heard it.
I really thought we were gonna win.
Was that the last game? We can play one more if we have enough. So if we have enough.
The whole reason I thought Lee was really Mafia is because JJ said it was it's probably fool when I was really going hard on Lee. So that made me think that he was trying to save his partner, by trying to save his fool.
I was trying to save Manny.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I thought, because Lee had a chance on trial 2 rounds ago, and I thought when he didn't get it then, I thought his game was over. I thought everybody knew he was cool.
Yeah.
I think even he thought that he'd lost it, and then he managed to snatch a victory from somewhere.
Manny, if you would have voted for Spy, we would have won.
Yeah, if you did. No, yeah, or not voted at all, but yeah, because you voted for Lee, you would have won if you voted for Spy. Yeah.
But that's okay. That was still a fun game.
Hey,
I thought Manny played well. Especially when the real cop didn't come out. He got away.
We've got, is everyone here still playing? As we would have 12 here.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, we will have 11 because Manny's got 2 accounts.
We got to go to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I know. That's the final one.
I'll be back.
that was intense.
Oh, he's coming in for the last one.
He's
there
going
we go.
to Jurassic Park.
I'll make sure to climb out.
He's coming. Let's go. Alright, so that means we'll have 12.
Oh, and just to let you know, that was all planned, guys. I planned all of that. No luck there.
Oh, you playing Manny to vote for you instead of Spy? Yeah.
Planned. I had no power, so I was like, no one should want to kill me. So let me just chill. And then I was like, the only way I can win this if I say something crazy.
Oh,
I thought we had the win
Nine's
when
gonna
we
jump in
got
as
Manny
well. Oh my. Holy jeez.
You got the whole crew.
Got
Okay.
getting randomly
This is gonna
killed early
be.
too.
This is gonna be ridiculous. This is gonna be crazy. All right.
I wasn't expecting
So-
it yet.
Can we get a new role added to the game outside of bus driver?
You want grandma?
No, I want a new role like we haven't played before.
New role we haven't played.
Okay.
What did Bash DM you? You said, oh yeah, we.
So he DM'd me the robber, which is hard to do. It's easier in person. The robber cannot win, but swaps roles with another player at night. So it's like the bus driver, but the robber basically becomes that person, does the role. So for example, the robber, let's say leaves the robber, swaps with Drew. Lee becomes the new Mafia, and Drew becomes the robber. And so if you finish the game as robber, you lose, obviously. And so you don't want to finish the game as robber. So I mean, there's no real big incentive. Like it's kind of it's not the most fun, because if you're the Mafia and you get swapped to robber, then you're like, oh, I was just Mafia, I'm now the robber, I'm gonna out the other Mafia. I know they are who they are because I woke up now next round and stuff, or like and all that stuff. So it's kind of yeah. Mermaid wins with civilians, is immune to anything at night. So like nothing can happen to them at night. So
They're invincible.
they're invincible at night. Yeah. There's the magician, wins with civilians, may save and kill once per game. So they can either wake up, save someone, or wake up and kill someone, or kill someone. That's the magician. But they can only do it at night. Basically, that means the magician would have to be called every single time. Student wins with civilians. If killed, civilians get 2 eliminations. So if the student's killed, civilians kill 2 people right there and then.
Okay,
Given
so
state of affairs, let's not do that one.
Okay, why don't we just have boy and robot?
And then postman wins with civilians. If killed, select a player to die with him. So that's the postman.
There is one more role as well. It's the more than glory role. You go out and round one.
You are cringe.
Got it.
Oh shit.
So what I think I might do. Okay,
Well done,
so
Adam. Well done.
let's see. What can
Tony
we do
still
here?
awake to hear that?
I am.
We've
So yes, this is the Mafia town. We have 9 people within this town. And we have a secret organization called the Mafia. And they move into towns all over the world and kill people as civilians and friends. I need you guys in chat to help me find out who the Mafia is, and hopefully we can vote them off the town.
JJ, I tried to kill you, but
But there's 3 phases that you need to know when it comes to the town. It is the morning phase, proud phase, and then the night phase. In the morning phase, everyone as a town, we discuss with each other and try to figure out who the Mafia is within the town. We do have the roles at the top. We have Mafia, serial killer, cop, doctor, clown.
How many people?
I will Civ,
According
sort
to
of.
the more or less people we get, we'll be changing the roles throughout the game. But in the morning, we'll just be discussing. At night, we'll put 2
think
people
she
on
is.
trial that we believe that is Mafia. We're gonna give them the chance to, plead their case and why we should not kill them from our town. And we either come up with a agreed number, or we continue to the next night. The night goes down. When it comes to the night, everyone in the town goes to sleep, and we'll be calling out each role to do the dirtiness. Starting with our Mafia will wake up and kill whoever they want from the town. They want to win this game, and the best way to win this game is to outnumber the civilians, kill as many as possible, and we win the game. So have a serial killer, which is not a part of the Mafia, and can kill randomly throughout the game. He wants to win by outnumbering 1-1 to the civilians. So if there's 1 civilian, 1 Mafia, and himself, he wins the game. So we have 9 people. Can he kill everyone to win the game? But then we have people in which we save within our town, which is our doctor. When it comes to our doctor,
Shout out.
we get to save anybody they believe is going to be targeted
Make
by
it big.
mafia. They can save
It's
themselves
happening.
and also
Maybe if you
anyone
just
in the
wait
town,
mafia.
but they cannot save
Okay, she's
anybody 2 times in a row.
All right,
said
we
he's
got
You have the
11.
cop, and the
Yeah,
cop
mafia
can
after
investigate
Dark
anybody
Knight.
within the town who they believe to be
Yes.
mafia, and the narrator will give them a thumbs up
Do you,
if they're
do you
mafia,
stream?
or a thumbs down.
All right,
not.
so we got
Yep.
11. So we are
I'm wait-
putting
and
the
that was
our
grandma
mafia
in.
murder
We
mystery.
are live too.
Go
9
grab
people
your
went in,
rolls.
and only
Grandma's
2
in the
people
game.
came out.
Yeah,
The
let's
victory
try.
went to
And
Mafia.
nobody.
Wait.
If you think you have what it takes to
GGR.
join us on this amazing stage, feel free to follow, subscribe, and join us on Discord so you can be on our
Oh,
live
thank-
production on Twitch.tv, GGR TV. So we would love to have you.
I couldn't dissect. You can't really read the plays when that's happening.
Are you a great actor
Everyone
or you're a
got
great
their
liar?
roll.
What is
We will definitely find out. Hope to see you next time.
Get your roll. All right.
Shout out to the cat. Let's get started.
JJ, oh my goodness. Oh.
Here we go for the last game of the night. Until we play in Poland, and we may play IRL one in Poland. Who knows if you're able to see that? I know Scott's like, damn it, don't say that. All right, here we go. Everyone, please go to sleep for the final one. We may play on a Sunday or whatnot. Who knows?
Yo, thanks for the follow.
Final one here this week. And now it's time to wake. The roll's up. Let's do it. The first roll I like to wake up is the team of 2. The 2 Mafia. Please wake up and see each other. 2 Mafia players. Time to kill every single person in this town. But watch out, the cop can find out who you are. Please go back to sleep. Now I would like to wake up the serial killer number 1. Serial killer number 1, please wake up, as it is your duty to win by yourself and kill this whole town. You don't have to kill every round if you don't want to. You serial killer. And also, you can't be found out by the cops, so please go back to sleep. Now I'd like to wake up serial killer number 2. Serial killer number 2, please wake up, as it is your job to kill every single person in this town as well. Good luck to you, serial killer number 2. Now I'd like to wake up the trusty old cop. Cop, it's your job to investigate and find the 2 Mafia. Good luck to you, cop. And you know what? I'm gonna give the cop a special little ability. He's now got a gun. And the cop can pull this gun out at any point in the game and take a shot. But if the cop is wrong and shoots a person part of the town, the cop will immediately die, and the person they shot will also die as well. So be careful. And if you decide to shoot cop, you'll never be able to check the rest of this game. And when you say you want to shoot, type on your Make It Big app or write it down that you want to shoot this individual. Thank you very much. Please go back to sleep, cop. And now I would like to wake up the doctor. Doctor, please wake up. You are a... Let's see. Do I want to give you a super save ability, doctor? Interesting, interesting. Yes, I'll give you a super save. You have a super save ability, but if you try to save somebody and the cop decides to pull their gun out and shoot them, that person will die and your save won't go through. That's the only time your save will not go through. Or if they indeed check the grandma, your save won't go through there. So your save will only go through if the mafia or serial killers try to kill them. Please go back to sleep, doctor. And now I'd like to wake up the clown. Clown, please wake up, as it's your duty to pick anybody you want in this game to reveal the role truthfully. If you pick the grandma, you die instantly. So good luck to you. Please go back to sleep. Now I'd like to wake up the fool. Fool, please wake up. Fool, it is your job to get voted off during the day phase. If you get voted off during the day phase, you immediately win the game. And you end it right there. Thank you very much. Please go back to sleep. I'd like to now wake up the judge. Judge, you are the almighty executioner. You decide what goes on in this town. If you vote, that vote is final. If you're the only person to vote, that person's dead. If you're in the minority, that person's still dead. You can stop someone from getting voted out. You can pick someone that's not on trial to get voted out. It's totally up to you. But if you stop a person from getting voted out and that person is the grandma, you die right there and then. So good luck to you, Judge. Please go back to sleep. And now I'd like to wake up the good old grandma. Grandma, please wake up, as you are the one, the only, the almighty with the shotgun, the grenade, the everything that everyone is scared of. They do not want to investigate you. They do not want to save you. They do not want to try to kill you because they will indeed die. Good luck, Grandma. You're trying to help this town win, but you're also pretty dangerous, I would say that as well. And why not? Let's also wake up the one, the only civilian. Please wake up and have your time to shine, as you can't do anything in this game, unfortunately. The last game of the night. The last one of this week for Mafia. Civilian, please go back to your resting place as you're trying to help your team win just by paying attention. Now everyone else can wake up. The final round of Mafia begins. Good luck to you all.
YOLO clown. Before he says anything, just YOLO clown. Just do it. No one wants to YOLO.
Of course, before the round ends, to give some people some time to talk and to get a feel. Spy, you fell asleep?
Spy, is there a light there because we can't see you?
Can you see me?
Barely.
Yeah.
Barely there.
It's almost 1 a.m.
So
You got a little light to be able to be there, to be able to see a little bit of you.
You gotta read those.
That
works.
Better? Cool.
That works.
If you want a discussion about what time it is, I'm ready to weigh in.
No.
Okay, fair enough, Adam.
Isn't that
Well,
like
listen,
7 a.m.?
man's
It's
drinking.
7 a.m.
Man's
7
drinking
or
at
8
7 a.m. So it's crazy.
You can see the strippers have gone home. It's not late.
I knew that place looked familiar.
Kojak, what's your roll? Kojak, what's your roll?
Oh, part of the town.
Cool.
What's your role?
Well,
Are
he
you
wants
the
to
clown?
be the clown, but he's not.
I know, I'm not the clown.
I'm gonna come out as clown. Adam, what's your role, my friend?
I'm the clown.
Ooh, I like this game.
All right, next I'm gonna come out as a clown.
Spicy.
I am the clown.
I am fake civilian.
Can I just say, like, for us that are part of the town, if Spy is part of the town, we're better off voting him out because he's a liability.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, he saves me every time because he thinks I'm a good guy.
Literally, like, he's worse than the Mafia.
No.
Yes,
Would you like to come out as clown?
Please.
Ben, can you confirm? Yeah, look at all y'all shut up now, huh?
Hey, let's see the power be used. Let's get this power.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to come out. But Carver's not answering, so I'll just find
So
Tug down, just show your other
Drew is the clown.
Look, OG.
Who
I think
would
OG
like
is
to
it.
investigate.
It's OG.
Give me a second.
Okay. And when you pick someone, Drew, make sure you say you lock it in.
Got it.
Lock it in.
Are you voting
I
for
don't
yourself,
want to
JJ?
die.
OG or Adam? Easy for me. Easy.
E, what's your role locking in?
Oh man, that was a bad mistake, dude.
All right, so Drew
This is
locked
a
it in
cop.
with E.
That was a bad
E.
mistake.
E.
I am the grandma. You're dead, bro.
Oh,
Oh!
Oh my god, I
Boom, boom!
back.
No!
God damn it!
Oh no!
Well, he's gonna make it to the end now.
No, the grandma.
She's a wild one.
Hey, you have the easiest. You're never getting targeted.
Doctor, don't go free.
Right? Oh my god.
No one. Hey, Mafia, if you could pick you tonight, that would be a big exception.
Same with the serial killers.
Oh man, I gotta know who the killers
So,
are. So let me
well, that was actually a big save. That helped us really. He just took a bullet for us.
What?
That helps us.
No, it hurt the town.
Well, our doctor and our cop knows not to save.
What two people would you like to put on trial?
Lee.
Actually,
And I say,
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, okay, you can put people on trial, but you can't vote to kill anybody because someone's already died. So Drew's dead. You can put people on trial to hear, but there won't be any voting.
I want to hear from Lee. I want an explanation as to why it's a good thing that we've just lost someone from the town.
I'll say OG.
I also want to hear from Lee.
Say.
And I think she's here from OG. I'm good with that. Lee and Spy.
And do we want to put our liability spy?
Automatically die.
Lee and Spy is the other thing.
Lee and Spy is what I'm hearing. Alright, so
I'm saying Lee and OG.
I'm hearing a lot of Lee and Spy. So Lee and Spy it is. Lee, you're up first.
Alright, so if y'all been in one of our Mafia towns before, not knowing who the grandma is, our doctor and our cop could have saved or checked the grandma. They both would have died, and the grandma would have died. So knowing at this early that one person was sacrificed, the doctor and the cop can be saved for the rest of the game. So that's why I said that was a benefit for us, at least learning that, supposed to, at night. But I'm just a civilian. I have no special roles.
Okay.
OG around his mouth, that indicator there. I want y'all to read that one.
Spy.
I'm a role. I'm not gonna say what it is because it may or may not help you guys. But you guys definitely shouldn't vote me out. And oh wait, we can't do votes on this. Never mind. Yeah.
All right.
I got nothing else.
Thank you very much. So now let's go to the night phase, since we've already lost an individual. All right. Mafia, please wake up. Who would you like to kill?
The pain outweighs the dentist with the drill in my face. Nah, dude, like, I had the...
Thank you.
Like, Monday to Thursday, do I already know, was on Friday.
Please go to sleep.
So Monday to Thursday...
Serial killer number 1, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to. Thank you. Please go back to sleep.
I'm trying to catch up, play a little catch up here.
Serial killer number 2, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to.
13 hours this morning. 13 hours this morning, yeah. Oh, dude, Twitch ain't going nowhere.
Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Cop, please wake up. Cop, who would you like to investigate? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Alright, now everyone can go ahead and wake up, as we've got the news to break, but of course, as it's the last one, you know where we're going. Not many people survive this place. It is dangerous. It's deadly to many. But for some reason, this town always goes back to experience the tradition. Jurassic World. Jurassic Park. They go to them all, they enjoy them, but of course when they're there, they know that people will die. Of course, as they're driving into this park, they hear the sounds they never want to hear as it approaches their vehicle, as the dinosaur gets next to them and crushes and eats this one, rips this person's head clean off, because that was the only thing that was sticking above the car, and that happened to be the man who thought he could hide.
Trust me. Me and Guapo cooked this up in
It was the candle that drew the dinosaur in, and Manny is dead. But not only is Manny dead,
Let me fucking go, bro.
the other person that gets eaten, this time, this man has an E in his name. He has a second E in his name. He has a third E in his name. I'm sorry, but Lee is dead and eaten right there and couldn't make it out. And the third person to be killed here as well and crushed to death, who thought that they could get away by jumping into the water, but of course that was not the place to go. As they were eaten right there, swallowed whole. It's come to the end of the road for you, my friend. Bye-bye. Nobody else says the day begins. Good luck to the town.
What is a great visual by Lee right there.
I love his background.
Manny and Lee.
On site.
Alright, let's hear some stuff. Quiet town's a dead town.
Oh, why are you saying that? You're suspicious. You want people to die, don't you?
Hey, he killed someone already.
Yeah, you killed more people than anybody else.
I killed Drew for sure. My grandma. Rip Drew.
My goose.
How's that rocking chair?
Did you put Drew
Really
full
nice.
of buckshot? Is that
Really
what
nice.
happened?
You imagine if there was a bus driver with grandma, you could throw her in front of all kinds of people, cops, doctors, and killers.
I feel so bad for Carbon when that happens. Like, there's a reason he hasn't done it.
Yeah, right?
Alright, let's figure
hear-
this out.
Let's hear what Twitc has to say. What do you think?
I mean, he's obviously really played, so we already know that. And Spy was a little angsty at the very beginning, calling people out. JJ, this is the most quiet I've seen the entire time.
I called E out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for
He
a
killed
role you already
someone.
know? Oh, yeah, alright then.
Well,
I didn't call anyone out, Coach Jack.
So, also, OG, Lee called you out and now he's dead. So, that puts us on you.
Yeah, I
That is
know.
true.
Well, to be honest with you, both of them called me out.
Yeah. So why isn't it you?
Which one did you kill?
I didn't kill anybody. I'm not a killer.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
So I'll be honest, I thought that it was really sus when Lee said that it was good that the grandma got exposed. He's right, because the pop and doctor, that's only 2 people, there's 4 killers, so it's better for the town for the grandma not to be exposed, it stops them killing. So I think that Lee was a killer, I think we lost the killer.
I agree. That's why I called him out when he said it immediately.
Yeah, and he's good enough to know that, like, that's not a mistake.
Yeah. It's just
only
the
way,
first.
the only way the cop comes out is
think
if
JJ
they found
JJ's good.
Mafia.
I think JJ's good.
Spy, you've been wrong all game, but
Spy,
I
are you?
appreciate the vote of
Spy, are you covering for your Mafia? Are you clearing your Mafia member? Are you guys Mafia together?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Now that Spy said that, I'm certain that JJ's a killer. Like, I'm just done.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he wouldn't say
Can we just
that.
vote JJ off right now?
Hey,
All right, all right.
Here,
all
put me up on
right.
trial.
Time for
Put me up on trial.
trial.
I want to go up.
What two people
I'll
would you like
drop
to
a
put on trial?
bombshell.
I think
I'll drop a
JJ's
bombshell.
judge.
I'm gonna say OG and JJ.
OG and JJ? Fine with that?
JJ.
I'm down. I'm down. with that. OG and JJ.
OG and JJ.
Yeah.
Kojak, you were saying Spy and who?
Good.
Spy and Scud, but we got looks like majority on OG and JJ right now, unless anyone speaks. And all right, so OG and JJ it is. OG, you're up first.
I'm just part of the town, trying to win a game. Obviously, the first 2 games I threw because I don't know how to vote for crap. But I'm just trying to, chill in the town as long as I can.
All right, JJ.
All right, you ready for this play? This is going to be the most interesting Mafia play ever. I'm Mafia. So, because Spy said I was innocent again. So, Spy, whatever you think, I am Mafia. This is horrible. You are so mad at this game. You need to get better. Drew is probably seething right now, okay? Okay, now here's the bombshell. I think I will kill E tonight if you allow me to win. I'm just saying, I might. Or I might vote out someone else. And my Mafia partner was Lee.
All right, so we're gonna put this to a vote. If you'd like to vote for OG, please raise your hand. Count 3. 1, 2, 3 for OG. All right. If you'd like to vote for JJ, please raise your hand on count 3. 1, 2, 3 for JJ. We've got 1, 2, 3. That is not majority. All right. So now everyone, please go to sleep.
That's hot girl shit. Let's fucking go, girl boss.
All right. I would like to wake up the Mafia. Mafia, who would you like to kill?
Literally analyzing shit. You want him to go home and analyze more shit? Have you ever fucking worked a job and then going home and then said, hey, you want some fries with that? No, never.
Thank you. Please go back to sleep.
My bad, I didn't really...
Hero killer number 1, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to. Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Hero killer number 2, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to.
He's not gonna analyze shit for yo. Sean, can you analyze why this guy has 1 IQ? Analyze it. Analyze why we no longer have a killjoy all next round. Analyze it.
Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Cop, please wake up. Cop, who would you like to investigate?
The way none of us saw it because we don't follow
Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save?
before I got on. Oh yeah. I'm not down to abuse Adderall like fucking Zoomers, so I'll just try scoop free and I'm happy.
Thank you. Please go back to sleep. All right, we can now wake everybody up, part of this town, because you guys know as you are making it further into Jurassic Park, you have to worry about the dinosaurs getting loose. The dinosaurs getting loose when you're trying to start your car, and that is not what you can do. You try to start your car up and the engine just won't go as you hear the footsteps getting closer and closer and you finally are able to start your car up, but as you start it up, the car explodes right there and then. And the car, unfortunately, is now on fire. And you are not able to get away from that explosion. And you burn alive. The dinosaur just approaches and is like, well, didn't need to eat this one. It's too burnt for me. As Adam is the one dead right there. But not only is Adam die, we lost more people part of the town. The next one to die. Unfortunately, he thought by being in a room with another person would be able to save him. It did not. As the drink that he just sipped was poison, and he died right there. Kojak is dead. But not only is Kojak dead, the other person is also not dead. No one else is dead, just that. And the day begins. Good luck.
Alright, why, Mafia, why didn't you kill JJ?
Yeah, seriously, I was thinking the same thing.
So, is the same thing
I can't
happening?
kill myself,
No,
okay?
No, before you talk,
Hey,
is
cool.
the same thing happening that me and Tony did, where I tried to play full, like JJ is, but he's actually Mafia. Because I think that's what's happening.
I'm just enjoying the dinosaurs with E. That's all I'm doing.
I think he's really the fool.
We're looking at pterodactyl.
You think JJ's the fool?
Someone else can come out as the fool. You should have voted for me.
The question is, do you think 2 Mafia are alive? I don't think so.
I told you, I killed my partner's dead. Lee's dead. Why can't I be honest? I've been honest all night.
Well, the thing is I don't know why the killer didn't kill you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Malicious loves me.
But I'm not a killer, so you take me off of this.
So we had 2 kills last night, right?
Yeah, I think the cop is dead because they
Did the cop check me? The cop should have checked me. He can confirm everything.
I think the cop's dead.
Let's see. The only thing we know for sure is he's.
That's it, right? I'm only confirmed role. So.
I think Spy might be the fool. Say that.
So you're not the fool.
So you're the Mafia.
I'm Mafia. I'm being honest. OG's like, why?
Guys,
This is like weird.
Just kill him then.
You guys don't trust me. I guess because I don't know.
Well, we don't know if the judge is alive either, but
It's been long all night.
Then yeah, I'm not the judge because I voted for myself.
Yeah, who else voted for JJ?
I did.
Yeah, so he's obviously not the judge. And you're not the judge.
The doctor still alive?
So
you just called out Spy, which means you're not the fool.
Maybe.
What if he's saying?
See how this works, guys?
What if he's
See how
saying?
fun this is? This is the true full play. I love it.
I'm pretty sus on OG. Still alive.
We're watching
I think
this together.
I don't think we'd vote JJ out.
It's 6. Did we vote on 6? The 2 kills?
Especially 6.
Like, it could go down to 4.
If there's 2 Mafias left,
We should vote.
I feel like we should vote JJ out.
Oh.
I feel like he's out of by calling him Spy.
Scud. No way.
Scud, I really feel, I feel like he's just saying that. I think we just let the Mafia kill him or the serial killer.
I feel like he's the Mafia that wins the issue.
Are you serial killer then, Scott?
Kill him tonight then.
Why'd you kill Kojak instead of me? Oh, that hesitation! He's debating. It's Scud. Scud is a killer. I'm 100% certain. Scud's a killer.
I'm actually not, but
we
I
keep Scud
truly...
alive to kill JJ.
All right. It is time for trial. What two people would you like to put on trial?
I wanna hear from Scud and Cam. That's what I want to hear.
Scud and Cam.
Scud and Cam.
Scud and Cam. It looks like we're getting back up. So Scud is up first.
I am Town, and I'm 99.9% JJ's Mafia. Based on what he said, I think Spy might actually be a fool. I'm also partially suspicious of OG. I have no idea what Cam is, but I feel like JJ's telling the truth, and JJ should be gone.
All right, Cam.
Okay, I have a role that's helpful to the town, so you'll want to keep me in at least one more round, and I'll be able to do some good here.
All right, so we're gonna put this to a vote. We have 6, which means we need 4 for majority. If you'd like to vote for Scud, raise your hand and count 3. 1, 2, 3 for Scud. 1. If you'd like to vote for Cam, 1, 2, 3 for Cam. All right, nobody's been voted out, so everyone please go to sleep. We begin the next night. I would like for the Mafia to please wake up. Mafia, who would you like to kill? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 1, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to.
I want to make like Sean Garrett and analyze that shit and come back better.
Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 2, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to. Thank you. Let's go back to sleep. Cop, please wake up. Cop, who would you like to investigate? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save?
That's the highlight reel right there.
Thank you. Please go back to sleep. All right, now everyone can go ahead and wake up as we're seeing the news coming down. Not everyone can make it out of this part alive. And it is with sad news that we lost more people at night to the dinosaurs. You guys know the risks of coming here, but yet you still do every time. Because you love it. You absolutely love it. But this time, the dinosaurs keep coming. You leave the food out because you wanted to capture a dinosaur. You weren't scared. You grabbed your gun. You loaded it. You took the shot. And you connected. But unfortunately, it was not a dinosaur. It was OG who died. But not only did OG die, we lost another individual as well. And that person, I'm sorry. Everyone, 1980. It wasn't you. You're still alive. But JJ, you are dead! And you are killed. Bye-bye to JJ. But one more individual who was killed. Nope, no one else. The day begins. Good luck.
Love the quick nope, nobody else.
Yeah.
Scud, what you got?
I'm Doctor. Actually, in a spy, I saved you last round.
Thank you. Thank you.
The round before that, I actually saved OG, and the round before that, I saved you again.
Why are you saving me so much?
Because
I'm making all the bad decisions.
I know, but that's why. I feel like I just feel like you deserve a break.
Why?
I don't know. I just do.
He's like, but why?
But why? Why me? I don't
If
know.
anything, I deserve to die.
You've saved the serial killer over and over again.
Potentially.
So Cam, what role are you now that we have 4 people?
Civ.
You're Civ? Except for the town.
Yep. Boing, boing, boing. But I'm here to help. We got a doctor, a civ, a grandma with a shotgun, and a serial killer. And the serial killer last round killed off the other killer, and now we're down to just one killer.
I'm a civil.
So we're all civilians then.
Alright, so somebody's mine, which is
So
I'm actually going to take this time to set up some of my other scenes
Yeah.
for our show. We'll start with the cop out in the police station.
I mean, we're not
Breaking news. Ooh, that one's not finished.
So Scott, were you like to come out as fake doctor?
I'm not fake. I actually truly am the doctor, and I saved Spy last round.
I feel like that's just a stupid person, stupid to save me though.
Well, because you're a serial killer. So it's a terrible
Well,
idea.
apparently we're all civs, so you know. I gotta save the friendly town members.
Yeah, but I just make a bunch of bad decisions this the thing.
That's why you're alive.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. That's why it's funny.
The killers aren't gonna kill you.
I felt like your gameplay might throw them off, which is why I wanted to keep you around.
Why are you? Is it because you're a killer? You want to keep them around?
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
I feel like it might be everyone here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely. You should target him tonight, Spy. Definitely.
I will.
I feel like we all should. I feel like it'd be game over, you know.
Especially everyone. Especially
then
everyone.
the grandma will win. If all of you guys check me or kill me, then we'll win.
Yep.
Jesus.
Well, Scud has to say other camp himself. I feel like you might be lying. I hope you are. I hope you are. So you can save me
Time
this
for
time.
trial. What 2 people would you like to put on trial?
No one.
No one.
No one on trial?
I mean, I wouldn't mind hearing from Spy.
We got 1 on Spy and Cam. Do we have 2? If not, we will go to the night phase.
Spy with me.
Spy and Cam it is. Spy, you're up first.
I'm a Civ bro, guys. I don't know why he's done saving me like 2 or 3 times, but that's just not. I don't think that's the right decision. But yeah, I'm a Civ bro. One of them.
All right. Cam.
Okay, so Spy came out with the timid Zibral, fake Zibral right after I did. So it was pretty sus. So I'm gonna put him in the serial killer bucket at this point, or Mafia, but he's a killer, and I'm gonna watch out for that.
All right. We're going to put this to a vote. Since we have 4, we need 3 for majority. If you would like to vote for Spy, raise your hand, count 3. 1, 2, 3 for Spy. If you'd like to vote for Cam, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3 for Cam. Okay. No one's been voted out, so everyone please go back to sleep. The final 4. All right. I'd like for the Mafia to please wake up. Mafia, who would you like to kill?
Yes, this is the Mafia town. We have 9 people within this town. And we have a secret organization called the Mafia. And they move into towns all over the world and kill people as civilians and friends.
Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 2, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to. Thank you. Please go back to sleep.
Why would you not kill?
Cop, please wake up. Cop, who would you like to investigate?
Very interesting. I don't know if I would follow that.
You, please go back to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save?
Why would he not kill? Does he think there's another killer? Or you want the doctor?
Thank you. Please go back to sleep.
Bad play. Bad play, Cam.
All right, now everyone can go ahead and wake up as we're breaking the news here. As we are coming to the final night, one of you or
bad
two
play,
of you
bad play.
may not be making it out.
Why would you do that?
And it's with some very sad news that we have someone killed. As the dinosaur approaches,
We have
as
to
you
figure out
see
that
the
strat.
exit gate, you're trying to make a run for it. As the car breaks down and you can't do it, you've got to start running. And of course, you run, but you can't outrun the dinosaur. And it approaches and grabs you and eats you and crushes your headset right there and then. I am so sorry to report that our dear friend, nobody's actually killed. All 4 still alive. Good luck!
Alright, so I think we have a serial killer. This game's gonna go on for a while.
So I saved myself last week. Which means
Then Spy targeted you.
it's either you or Spy. Which mustache or no facial hair? Figure it out.
Hey, I shaved this one.
Yeah, me too.
I guess if the serial killer doesn't get to kill, do we have to vote somebody? I mean, that's
Yo, JJ. Lee, did I throw? Nah.
No kill.
You have to do stuff like that because you're JJ. If not, you just being normal or being like anybody else that plays the game, they're gonna just have to vote you out by being average. So there's actually nothing else you could do. And that was a perfect play, perfect direction, and you just got killed by somebody else.
Why is it not you?
So if there was no other killer to kill you, you would have won.
I'm a Civ.
You would have been able to run the full roll all the way to the end.
Civ with a space and a roll.
Yes.
I don't know if you're saying civilian
All
wrong
the
or
way
you're
to
saying
the end.
something
Can you hear
else.
me, or is the mic going in and out? Let me make sure. Make sure.
I'm from the south. I'm a
Thanks for the support. You're good. All right.
I'm a bread roll. I'm a bread roll.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we can't.
So Cam, why are you?
You have to play outrageous
Why
like
am I
that.
Civ? Because
Have
I've been Civ the whole
to.
game. I've been sitting here watching all of it go down, and
Let me see.
I mean, I can't. I just can't be a killer. I'm not.
You poison your friend?
So, I'll tell you this. I'm
Try to crowbar when I
safe
got
spine
sussed.
and that
It's
will
rough when you lose your partner around one almost each time. Yes, Cam always kills me.
That's the answer.
When Cam a killer, Cam
It's
goes for
either
me
me or Cam.
every time.
Well, exactly.
There haven't been a time where he hasn't been a killer and has not killed me. First round.
That's literally where we are right now.
So
With
That's
one
it.
less guy.
I don't really have.
the last thing I did was create a pack. I said,
So you, Scott,
Cam, you need to stop killing me round one, or I'm gonna tell everybody to frame me. They kill you
So far this game, based on just
because I'm tired of it.
generic gameplay.
Unacceptable.
I don't know.
As vote. But last round you voted for Cam.
Unacceptable.
And then you said that you're gonna save Spy tonight.
I am.
And the only way I can make it through is if the cop doesn't exist, or I take the cop role before the cop can use me.
Don't have any.
I killed you round one. Once tonight. Yes, you did. Once I died, I was like, who else gonna talk besides Jacob?
Who doesn't?
Why
What a power move. What a power play.
I feel like
What do you
I
think,
feel like
Keith?
from the times that I've played
Ooh, let
Rebel,
me get my-
that it's just similar to the way that I've played it, and I've been fooled like 8 times out of like the last 10 games I've played. For the love of God.
I gotta set up some more scenes.
Yeah,
I think it's one of you
What
Wait, that was
answer?
helpful.
three. Here's the thing: is I don't want to. I do am leaning towards somebody, but I don't want to say that.
All right. It's time for trial. What two people would you like on trial?
It's got any.
Got any?
Yeah,
Got
me
any on
and
trial?
Me and Cam talked last round. You guys talked this week.
All right. Looks like that's what it is. Scud, you're up first.
I am the doctor. I am going to save Spy. I don't know why, but I've saved him twice this game so far. And obviously, I'm not going to touch
Fire.
unless I just want to throw the game completely. But I don't know. Can't just look at me so endearingly. Even though I love you.
You know I
So
love
I don't know. It's a difficult choice.
All right. E.
Well, I have my suspicions. I do think Scott is the doctor. So it's going to be between Spy and Cam. Otherwise,
All right. Put this to a vote. We have 4. We need 3 for majority. If you'd like to vote for Scud, raise your hand. Count 3. 1, 2, 3 for Scud. Now for E. 1, 2, 3 for E. All right. So everyone, please go to sleep. Again.
He was supposed to kill last round.
Round.
Him not killing affected.
All right.
He would have been able to close this game.
Mafia,
The game would have been over if
please
he
wake up.
went through it.
Mafia, who would you like to kill? Thank you. Please go back to sleep.
You get to see how long Carbon waits.
Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't kill if you don't want to.
He definitely does stretch these things out. You'll never know.
Number 2, please pick up. Would you like to kill? Agree. You don't have to kill if you don't want it.
You have to kill Cam. You gotta kill the doctor. The doctor. It's not hard. What are you doing? Right? What?
Thank you. Go back to sleep.
What? Why did...
Cop, please wake up. Cop, who would you like to investigate?
Does Cam think there's another killer? This is a head scratcher here, folks.
Please go back to sleep.
This one is a head scratcher.
Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save? You, please go back to sleep.
Can anybody see the strategy
All right,
that
now
Cam
everyone
was
go
going
ahead and
through at
wake
this
up.
moment?
As the news is now confirmed, there is indeed someone going to be killed, leaving us with 3 people left. And the person who was taken out not by the dinosaurs, but taken out the old school way, grabbing their gun as they were just looking through the bar, took the shot, connected, and hit the lad from across the pond. Bye-bye to Bad Stag! Oh no, but no one here is dead! Oh no! The game continues, good luck!
Where's the
This
strategy?
game could go on forever. Serial killer will not kill again. So that's what it comes down to. I think
Scud.
he's the only person that would be smart enough to do that.
I have an idea.
Scud.
Yeah.
So you were saying I'm cool, right?
I would
Hmm.
JJ was literally saying he was Mafia again. You realize that, right? And then he got killed by the Mafia.
Unconfirmed.
I'm asking chat, like, what is this strategy?
Well, look, he could have been killed by Mafia, he could have been killed by Social. We don't know.
That's true. Okay.
This game could potentially go on all night.
It's really good.
It's gonna be
You guys
Carbonfin
down?
all-nighter. You guys ready to do this? You guys got
Let's
snacks? You guys got some snacks?
Let's all agree just to not vote, not kill. We all
I
just
got-
sit here and
I got 40 bags of chips. I got 40 bags of
I
chips.
need to drink some more water.
Let's go.
Time2Clash said boredom to death.
Go.
Oh no. Well,
Look, Spy's in a tough spot. Spy's in a tough spot because he couldn't kill you that round.
No, you are Cam. Cam,
And he
you
can't
are.
kill me- and he can't kill me either because he gives himself away. So we're just in this like Mexican standoff.
What?
Neither of them can kill me because they're killing
Cam
themselves.
throwing, they're working it out.
it's ridiculous. Each round I have to switch between who I'm going to.
I feel like at this point you should just save E and just let it go on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was...
I feel like I would go back into Twitch chat and be hated for life. So that's not gonna happen.
I mean, if you did save me, then that would end the game essentially. I guess the killers would have to kill as well.
This is gonna be fun. That's all I have to say.
Will that chat decide?
Alright, time for trial.
Just put nobody up. Just put nobody
You want anyone on trial?
No.
All right, no one's on trial, so please go to sleep.
I choose Carbon.
Here we go.
So you think you're gonna?
I'd like for the Mafia to please wake up. Mafia. Ooh.
It's just comments. I mean, I think he's a serial killer. Real life.
You. Go back to sleep. Serial killer number 1, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? And you gotta kill. You. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 2, please wake up. Who are you gonna kill? Gotta kill. If you're alive. Thank you. Please go back to sleep. God, please wake up. God, who would you like to investigate?
Why she killing to the stage? Aye.
Thank you. Please, go back to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save? Thank you. Please, go back to sleep. Everyone can go ahead and wake up. As we finally have the news to break. As I did not let a kill go unnoticed.
And it's still going round and round. But I am prepared for Simply Mafia. If we play some more Mafia here.
This is because
or the After Show Mafia After Dark, where I break down some of the tips and tricks and what happened today.
And come close and finally picked you up and crushed you to death. I'm so sorry. Cam! You're still alive. Spy! You are still alive. Scud! It is not your day, Scud. But you are still alive! And every 4 of you are still alive! Good luck to you all!
Alright.
So, what?
So here's the thing. Okay, Scud, stop telling
Yeah, I'm not gonna say a word.
Because now the serial killer can now try to kill the person you saved.
No, I know. I very much heard that Mark Carbon made sure that 1 or 2 could add the kill. So I'm just gonna kill you, Edie.
You gonna kill me?
No, I love you. This is hilarious, to be honest. I don't think I've seen this in the game yet since I've been playing.
Yeah,
This is the longest game I've been in.
Never-ending loop.
This has literally been, I think, an hour-plus game from when I looked at it. I think it's like an hour and 10 minutes.
All right, it is time for trial! What 2 people would you like to put on trial?
No one.
No one.
No one? All right, no one. So please go to sleep as we begin the next night. Night number 7. We commence. Mafia, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 1, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? And you've got to kill. Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 2, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? And you've got 2 kills. Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Cop, please wake up. Who would you like to investigate? Please go back to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save? Thank you. Go back to sleep. Now everyone can go and wake up as we finally have a kill here today. That kill has been trying to track down this individual for a very long time. You just won't believe it until you see it. It's this thing that makes the stories what they are, because the person that has been finally killed, been stomped and eaten, unfortunately, his hat could not save him from the dinosaur, and he is dead because he wasn't wearing a hat. Scud is killed and dead. Finally, we have a kill, and the day begins for the final 3. Good luck.
Hey, there you go.
I knew that was gonna happen. I think we knew that was gonna happen. Cam, right?
You got it. Good job.
I'm not that good at keeping track of saves.
Interesting. You talked a lot.
Feel like I know you on a personal level now, righty?
No. No. Any last words? It's gonna come down to my vote.
Cam did it.
I've been the civilian. I am in the civilian role this whole game. I think Spy is pulling a fast one here. He is absolutely the serial killer, and we need to just vote him out and win for the town.
That is not true. Cam is no. Cam is serial killer.
You are the serial killer, yeah.
No,
See,
Cam is. Cam, you're the serial killer.
I am the civilian. I am civilian 100%. Not a serial killer.
No, you're a serial killer because I'm a civ. Yep. Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
You're lying.
No, you're lying.
You just killed Scud. Now you're gonna kill me. And you're gonna win.
I saved me 4 or 5 times or however many times you saved me.
He also voted for you several times too.
He voted for you too. For both of us.
You've been holding sus a lot longer all game. Just been coasting, doing honestly nothing because I'm just a civilian sitting here. Watching temp burn.
I've had this blanket over my head every round.
Until you pull it off, so write a name down and then,
I wouldn't write a name down.
Make it big or whatever. You know what I mean.
All right. Time for a trial, and all 3 of you will have your turn to speak. Starting off with Spy.
have been several from the beginning. It's Cam. We know that he's the grandma. It's simple.
All right. E. Your turn.
Well, it's interesting to vote for me. If you guys should vote for the killer, should definitely vote for him. It's going to make my decision a little easier.
Okay. Cam?
Like I've been saying, I've been a civilian. I had back-to-back civilian games, last game and this game. And, I mean, E, you can give the serial killer the game by voting for me, or you can win it with the town by voting for Spy. Those are your options.
Here we go. It is time for the final vote. Remember, you don't have to vote if you don't want to. Please put your heads down. You will raise your hand in the middle of the frame so I can see it if you want to vote. Here we go. If you would like to vote for Spy, please raise your hand now. Thank you. Please lower your hands. If you'd like to vote for E, please raise your hand now. Thank you. Please lower your hands. If you'd like to vote for Cam, please raise your hand now. Thank you. Please lower your hands. Everyone go and wake up. We have the news. And the news is breaking. And I'd like to say, majority has indeed been reached. Somebody is getting voted off and getting killed. E, it's not you. You're safe. Either Spy or Cam is going to be killed. We'll have a town win, or we can have a killer win. And let me tell you that I like to say, Spy, I'm sorry, but it's the end of the road for you. But you're actually still alive and not dead. Cam, it's the end of the road for you, but actually in reality, you're the only one that survives because nobody dies this round, and no majority has been reached, and there is another night to go. So please, go to sleep, and here we go. No one has reached the majority. All right, round number 8. I would like for the Mafia to please wake up. Mafia, who would you like to kill? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 1, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to. Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Serial killer number 2, please wake up. Who would you like to kill? Remember, you don't have to kill if you don't want to. You. Please go back to sleep. Scott, please wake up. Scott, who would you like to investigate? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, who would you like to save? Thank you. Please go back to sleep. And now everyone can please wake up as the absolute final story is written in round 8. It has come to this, the longest game we have ever played. The most rounds in the history of Mafia has come to determine a winner. And I am so sorry to report that the final person to be killed is Spy is dead, and E is thrown out of the car as well into the water, and Cam is the only one alive. Congratulations to Mr. Cam! Wow, taking the victory as the one and only, or one of the two, serial killers. Survives it to the end and gets the victory.
I was fool, wasn't he?
Spy was the fool. Spy was the fool indeed.
And I wasn't gonna vote for him.
The only way the only way E couldn't have won because Spy was the fool, and the Cam would have lost if he voted for Spy.
So
and GG.
That's why we were in the stalemate. So when there was only 4 of us, there's no way the town win at all.
No, the only way was if he were to kill Spy and then you believed Scott and then voted out Cam. Yeah. And that's what it was. JJ with the 100 bits, yo.
Well, Spy wasn't gonna vote out Cam.
No, he wanted to vote himself out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I wasn't gonna vote for Spy because I knew I needed a kill to win.
Yeah.
When you say Spy was the fool, you mean that was his role?
That was his role, indeed. But congratulations to Cam. Well done, well done, well done. GG.
Funny
what
Adam.
a final game. Oh my goodness.
Cam, I was on to you the whole time, bro.
I know.
All right, Lee, I'll make you the host.
I
appreciate it.
Stick to the line, man. I had to stick to the line.
Oh yeah.
As soon as you said, hey, I got a good roll, keep me around for one more round, and then I asked you what your role was, and you're like, it's civilian. I'm like, oh, Cam is a killer.
He's lying.
All right, well, GG guys. I'm gonna rate into Lee. He'll be talking more about these Mafia games that I'm sure he's gonna be talking all night and months.
All night long.
Thank you guys so much playing. Handing it off to Mr. Lee.
And this
Have a good one. Have a good one.
This is when we start to chant and get Carbon in here. Carbon, Carbon, Carbon.
Carbon's going to bed.
Carbon's got wore out.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what strategy is Cam running here. This one's going pretty long. They worked out. I see the dub in your pocket. Successful, my guy. Yeah. Is that?
I was sitting here going, "There's no way I'm gonna win. There's no way I'm gonna win."
There's no Mafia next week, right? Because Poland.
Poland. Yeah.
Nah, it's Mafia every week.
But we'll see.
I do one on Sunday.
Okay.
And definitely, potentially one on Tuesday. If we stick with the new edition. But that was definitely crazy. Did we have any town wins?
I think we did.
Jeez, too many people for a town dub? Definitely.
That was fun.
First game?
Well, when you have people like me twirling. No, the first game was a full win.
That's right.
Yeah, who got that? Who got the first full win? Ay.
Money.
Yeah.
Definitely big shout out to Carbonfin. Thank you so much for the raid. Ay, blessing my soul.
There you go.
And I know there's some people from my chat that also wanted to see if we can get into another game. I don't know if y'all available to get in another game, but if y'all, Carbon does have his basic Mafia where he add additional roles. We have Simply Mafia over here, which is kind of structured a little different, but is more based around the conversational base with our rebuttal phases. And I try to ask everyone a question if you get killed at night, so we can kind of get to know everyone a little bit. But of course, we definitely do have our Mafia After Dark, so I can cover these 4. Did we get 4 games in?
Yeah. I think it's 5.
5? That last game I almost fell asleep. I didn't even know what happened.
I was playing.
That was tough, man.
That was an hour and 20 minutes.
I knew what all the roles were, but there's nothing I could do about it.
Well, that's the thing. I just can only go back and forth, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
That was hard. Wow.
Mandy say I'll play, but I'll die round 1. Mandy, come in here. So we can't hear them.
I was like, how did I die?
Thank you.
Did OG?
Oh, we didn't even know who all the. I didn't even know who it was. Carbon was just done. He's like not telling anybody what the roles were. He's like, all right, we're out of here. I'm not gonna play next week. Going to leave.
Bye.
He said, I've had enough. He said, it's been way too damn.
Did it change?
I feel like we're totally done. Like,
what was the role? I know.
Let me know if the volume changed for y'all.
Wow, he really.
Still low. Thank you.
That obvious.
What I had is me,
Do a quick changeover.
was Kojak. I was a doctor. Spy was a fool. JJ was Mafia. Obviously.
Ready? Sound test. How was that? It probably went away for a second. And now. Testing. Right now. No. Was it doing it the first time? It was. Just lost y'all. Give me. I promise, guys, I am a professional. There we go. We're good. Okay, so something happened. Like, we hear you, Lee, but not them. I hear them on the side. And it looks like. I'm gonna set this up for you guys, but if you're just tuning in and you have not seen what goes down here, this is the Mafia murder mystery. It just stopped super low. For some reason, it just looks like it's locked.
Organization
Like it's
called
not
the Mafia, and they move into towns all over the world and kill people as civilians and friends. I need you guys in chat to help me find out who the Mafia is, and hopefully we can vote them off the town. But there's 3 phases that you need to know when it comes to the town. It is the morning phase, and then the night phase. In the morning phase, everyone as a town, we discuss with each other and try to figure out who the Mafia is within the town. We do have the roles at the top. We have Mafia, serial killer, cop,
comes
doctor,
out as fake cop. She's real cop. If she comes out straight away, from the town's point of view, it's a massive win because you instantly get a killer and you save a town. Like, but because she did it the other way, you lose a town, gain a killer. Like, it was quite
I thought we were gonna give it away when we immediately killed her because I'm like, she's gonna take one of us. I knew that.
We either come up with a
we'll get her out of here.
Number.
And then Lee, I was shocked you didn't here because Manny cleared me in the next round as Mafia. And then at the very end, his first thing of his argument was, I checked him, he actually was
Mafia will wake up and kill whoever they want from the town.
What game was that?
Win this game in
the game you were in the final 3 with Manny and
outnumber the civilians, kill as many as possible.
They secured the back
game.
I couldn't say.
I can't believe you didn't bring that up. I get why you didn't. Did you catch it though?
All right, throw it back at me. I got the sound right. The chat can hear you now.
He said that he checked me in the beginning and I wasn't. And then at the finals he said he had just checked me and I was. When I got voted out.
Well, wasn't he fake cop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew he was it. Thank you.
Oh shoot.
Came back into night. But we definitely had some crazy games tonight. So
how many games did you watch? Did you watch all of them?
Pretty much all of them, yeah.
Sweet.
And he just got into the last one? I think it was that last one.
Yeah.
I feel that with all these extra roles, it's fun, and I get that it's unpredictable, but I feel that skill plays less of a role. Like, I get the feeling it's a lot more like it just happens. Like I say, it's fun, I enjoy it, but I feel like the old school version, like there's a lot more, the better players win more often.
I like more civilians because there's more opportunities for deception. This feels a little more like random number generated, like it's really a luck of the draw. It's going to be who just gets the lucky break, really.
Especially if you clown round 1. I mean, that just changes the dynamic instantly.
Yeah, like, I mean, how many, in the 5 games we played, we found serial killer, 3 of the 5 with the clown? Because I found it once.
Yeah.
And I think OG found it twice. So yeah, 3 of the 5 games we got a killer out immediately, just because. Kind of.
OG, I think OG got it twice. Then JJ, didn't you get it once as well?
Yeah.
I mean, the only cool thing that you could probably have for like Super Judge would be like if he knows who the doctors are, or who like the.
I think modifying the judge role to be more like would be pretty cool.
Cam, you can put on your camera if you want. You're on.
And also, question: I might have 1 to 3 more people that potentially can join if we might want to throw another game together.
I think I can run the bot too if you want to do that way.
Rude, that'd be even more fly. And chat can chant. Get Carbonfin in here, and Carbonfin will get in here as well.
Carbon's asleep.
He said he's going to sleep. He said he's
already
going to sleep.
Listen, Carbon. Carbon is so Carbon. All you have to, you don't even got to do. You can be in the bed, sleep with the phone in your eyelids. You even got to move. You don't even got to.
The thing is all these newer players don't even know what pulling a Carbon is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Someone said that today, and no one knew.
Yeah, I know. Because that's what happened. Was it Spy or somebody? Who was at the end? Pull the Carbon.
Okay.
The PC has to be up here.
I mean, you can always just keep like a.
It would be interesting, like going back to Adam's point, if we did play a little bit more vanilla, like a couple games at least.
Have all of your.
Well, look at a super big game.
The thing is like the normal don't vote on 6 and don't vote on 4 and all this stuff is out the window because you have multiple killers out there. There's could be 3 or 4 different killers. So really, you could vote on 6 if you really wanted to, but it's just tough.
There was a game tonight where there were 7 left, and 4 of them were killers. Like there were more killers than Town. Town had no chance.
That was the one right before I played it.
I was kind of feeling that tonight a lot. That like it felt very hard for the Town to win.
It was
absolutely.
That's what I was saying. When you have all those roles, you don't give the Town a chance to win. You need more civs for the deception, for the confusion.
Yeah.
To suss people out. Right?
That's the thing is if we didn't have the last two games, then the Town probably would have won. To be honest.
I mean, even think about
the Fool ended up winning at the end, or no, the Fool and then.
Well, there was a killer. There was a killer, so they would have been 2 civs.
You've got 2 Mafia and 2 serial killers. So straight away, the cop can, like, 50% of the killers he can't even find. So the cop becomes a lot weaker.
Yeah. The cop is, like, almost irrelevant.
Which was good on that last game that he added that the cop could kill Mafia, like, during the night if he thought.
Danny saying, sorry, Adam, for fake cop.
Yeah, man, I thought he played it well, but I thought it was going to be really easy because I thought the real cop's going to come out, and I thought that was a real chance for the Town to win. But because the real cop didn't come out, like...
Wait. I forgot, he was Mafia with you?
Yeah, I was...
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good. That was actually a pretty good fake cop come out. Actually,
if the real cop would have come out, it would have been a disaster because he'd have been instantly voted off. But the real cop didn't, which was the killer, and the Town lost because of it.
I was mentally preparing myself to kill Manny because I'm like, I'm going to throw him under the bus as a fake cop. And then no one else came out, and I'm like, okay, we'll just roll with it.
When I was watching it, and I saw that as soon as he started, he was cop, I could tell his wife, or was it wife or significant other? I think they're a couple, I don't know. But his wife. His wife came out, and she was like, no, and then she like put him up, and she was the only one that voted for him. I'm like, that is a clear sign that she knows that he's lying. I'm like I would have brought that up. I'm like they're married together. They know when the other person's lying. I'm like,
why do you think we killed her very quickly?
She knew he was lying because she was the
quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If she'd have played a little bit more, she would have known that she had to come out there, and that would have been a big difference. It were a bit unlucky, really, but it was a good play. It worked.
It was a perfect time for me to hide under another role too. With the fake doctor coming out too, I was like, ooh, I can hide under another one.
Yeah, that's okay.
The worst part is though, is you come out as fake doctor, and there's so many crazy roles. I have to actually check if fake doctor is actually a real role.
Well, the worst part is I'm sitting here as a Mafia, and I'm like, what the hell do I do? Because there's like 17 fake roles out here. And I'm like, no. I need to know who the real people are so I can kill them.
But the time that you killed Mary was you got killed by Ellie, I think. He was
Ellie and I killed each other, basically.
No, you killed Mary and Ellie killed you.
No, we killed Mary the round before, and then Ellie and I double killed each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But the start of the game with 13 players, I don't know if you saw, but Bertus actually joined, and it was like, right, I'm a cop, I'm the doctor, I'm this, and Bertus was like, I'm the paedophile, and I was like, okay, cool. I didn't even think it. Like, I just rolled with it. Like, it was crazy.
You were throwing me off with the signaling. I'm like, oh snap! I was like, ooh, that would be a good kill. Great call. Nice.
I don't know how much you keep up with American news, Adam, but dude, with all the school shootings that have been happening, I'm like, we cannot include this student role in this Mafia.
I didn't even think about it at that time. Thank you. I did not want that on the network.
Because there's been like 3 major school shootings in the last couple months. It's been crazy.
Poor Drew got
not to get too
out right up at the very first. He got it right out of the first by calling me out. It's funny.
Yeah, poor Drew.
Yeah, he didn't have a good night.
As soon as I told him, I go, "Oh man, you picked the wrong person." He goes, he just plumps down. I feel bad for him, dude.
I was thinking like doctor or cop, but that was even better. I was like,
like you just killed yourself, bro. And then you kept me alive. My thing is, if you're grandma, why don't you just come out and say you're grandma right off the bat? Like that, I've always wondered that.
Nah.
Like, is that against the rules? Because why wouldn't you? You just can't. Then you're always there. You're like,
yeah, but you've got more chance of being killed by a killer than you have of being targeted by a talent. So you're playing the odds. You want to get hit by a killer.
Yeah.
So grandma definitely changed, because you remember grandma early on, she never died. No. Carbon tried to fight against that, but grandma never died. So it made sense to come out because you wouldn't want nobody on your team to target you. But later on, you and the person would die. So you would still want to save that because, if it's too mafia.
Well, that was our issue that the SK got you in that game, because eventually we would have killed E during that.
Yeah, Cam, can you please stop killing me? Only you. I want you to have more. I want you to have different stats. That's all I want. I see your paper. I seen this. At least you can do it right on a different sheet of paper.
Hey Cam, I can bring this up now on After Dark. You never called me daddy tonight. I called you Camelicious the whole game.
Fuck.
I was like, that Lee at the top.
Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah, it was such a rough night for Drew. He had because Ellie just instantly shot him off, didn't he, as judge. Then the next game he was a killer and the Mafia killed him, and it was the right kill because the Mafia had more chance of losing to the serial killer than the town, because Spy was on the town, so the town had no chance. And then obviously the game after that, he gets instantly grandmaed as well, so he did not have a fun night.
Yeah, you also gotta dissect Drew. Tonight, Drew came with a persona that he was reading everybody's mind, and he knew every play in the future, in the past, in the present. So I was like, ooh, if he ain't cop all the time.
I give him though, because the week before he was almost obvious of what he was. This week,
few times, yeah.
he's at least engaging, and he is finding roles, but he's not being able to find out the right ones. He's like finding out the ones that are like good roles, and all. He doesn't know
when he's dead in the first round.
Well, no, exactly. Well, there was one time that he went after the judge and a cop or something, because you're like, Spy is sus, and so is Ellie. Just put them both up, and then he went after Ellie. Ellie got voted off, and then he goes, "I'm gonna kill you," and he was the only civilian. That was the craziest.
Must take the word made. It's definitely once you get in that transition where you know how to gameplay and people start to realize you got some sense and you can't stay alive. You can't stay alive too long.
I don't know that.
You're gone.
I just play crazy because of that.
Yeah, it's because you passed that position already, JJ.
No.
The longer you pass that threshold, the crazier gameplay has to. or you have to create something completely negative, something like Adam does. Is you ain't gonna read nothing Adam got. So you have a.
Yeah, half the time, Adam, I just kill you because I don't honestly know what you.
Yeah,
I know it's something.
So you think either it's a super powerful role, or I'm gonna hide under him because he potentially could be a killer.
You don't have to worry about me.
When you and D Money were playing, I was scared.
Bad Boys film. Bad
Boys,
Will Smith.
Yes.
And it's where the bad guys pull up at the house, and them two are just fighting outside it. Will Smith and the other guy, they're just rolling around. Martin Lawrence, they're just rolling around. They're sat there like, what are we supposed to do here? Like, that's how I feel this game is. Like when the Mafia are sat there looking for people to kill, and then all the civilians are just fighting each other. They're just like, okay, we'll just go at it. Like you said with Ellie and Drew, that's what that reminds me of that situation.
Oh yeah.
I definitely had that feeling.
There, okay, keep going.
I definitely had that feeling going in the second game. I was glad I had Fool because I was like, let me just sit back, guys. I'm not gonna do nothing here today.
The worst part is I called you as Fool like 2 rounds before it was over, and
I was like, dang, I hope nobody will ever bring it up. And when you said, I was like, what? I totally forgot about Fool.
Yeah, I know, my ass.
That game was so weird though, because I thought that you had a chance where you went up on trial and obviously you didn't get voted, and I was like, man, that was your opportunity. Like, if you were going to win, it was there. And now, like, I kind of wrote you off at that point, and then you got back up again, and I was like, no way. So yeah, I think even you were surprised you got a second chance there.
I bet you're really good at poker, aren't you, Adam?
I love poker.
I like a bit of poker.
Poker stream coming soon, Adam.
I'm a horribly unlucky person, though. That's the problem. So I sit there with my trip aces, and then some fucker like JJ rocks up with his runner flush, and I'm like, what?
Well, depending what casino you in, you're probably just going for high hand at that time. You're just going for high hand.
Yeah.
That happens. You got to throw those away. You can't really.
He sat there thinking his Queen 7's going to win. Somehow it flushes.
Let's just say I get kicked off a blackjack table.
And that was on the river right at the end.
Yeah, right on the end.
You were chasing that one.
Like, against a 4, I'll hit on a 16 or something, just because I'm that asshole. Or I'll double on a 16 against a 4. Just something stupid.
All right, so we had some pretty big games, and we had a lot of new faces. I would like a big game with some more familiar faces, or at least I know people I can read.
I stay alive so much with the newbies. So much.
It's
same.
True. That's
all the time. But.
That's hoping that they are the killers, and if they are newbies, they tend to only get past maybe round 5. Right after round 5, being quiet, you gotta roll. You gotta go. Unless you get that one lucky one that got to stay around and save the day for the Mafia. But it's pretty intense.
I was shocked.
Do we have any MVP? Mafia MVP, Killer MVP, Town MVP. Any games? Maybe each game or in total.
Can you just give me Bullying Spy all night? Is that?
I think the 2 Fools should have. I haven't seen Fool win very often, so the 2
Fool round 1 for sure, and then Lee's was an obvious Fool win, but he still won as it, so it's okay.
Ooh, I had to work, and I seen Carbon was playing me. I was like, I need Trial to hurry up, because I can't say at that point I couldn't say nothing, because if I pointed at Manny, then they would have been like, oh, maybe it's Manny.
The issue is you don't have your big mic in front of you, so it's harder for me to read you, because before, every time you had a roll, you'd lean into your mic and start talking.
Just a little bit.
If Ellie kills Manny instead of me, you lose that game, right? I'm just pointing that out.
What you mean that the last 3 or when he was 4?
Yeah, if I was in the last 3, you're not winning. It's 4.
Well, the only person I would stop that would be you, and I was being suspicious to cover for you.
Yeah, I thought Manny was unlucky that game. I thought he played quite well. And I think
he did. Like I said, if he voted Spy out at 5, we win the game. But we had him and I split our Mafia votes.
Yeah, the SK and the Mafia, you and Ellie killed each other, which just changed that dynamic, and it was crazy because it was a guaranteed killer win, and then somehow the two killers went at each other, and then all of a sudden it
I know,
changed.
it was horrible.
Like Lee played well, but I honestly think that it was a bit like the situation just like opened back up for him. It was like, you know,
yeah,
should have
we
been
double killed. It was over.
But okay, seeing it there, but knowing the character I am in the town, having to, you know, move it around the checkerboard.
I would have convinced Spy to like not vote for you, because I would have split the vote, because I would have had him like, you would have voted for yourself, I would have voted for Spy, and Spy would have voted for me at the end.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt you would have vocally sauced up anybody in the final three.
I had Spy wrapped around my finger tonight, and it was
absolutely. I can.
He still didn't vote for me as Mafia when I told him to his face he was an idiot.
And he saved, and he saved you too. That's the point. He saved you.
See that?
This
is who you're dealing with. This is JJ, and it.
Yeah, because Ellie had you down twice.
Yeah.
He first voted for you, and then Spy saved you, and then the next night he voted for you again because he knew that you were gonna die.
Right.
Again, and once again on the second game, because you were so blatant about it that there was that, you know, is he fooling here? So having
that last game,
having OGDs kill you with the gun was probably the better option. But in that first game, it was like, just as a doctor, you only save someone who you think is going to be, you know, there's a chance, and there was no way that it was worth. Like, that was just an awful save. Like, as soon as I saw that, I cringed. It was like,
he should have been saving OG the whole time.
He was literally the Mafia doctor. Like, he wasn't.
So that's definitely we have to do that one-on-one interview to see what was going through the mind of that town's member. Once again, we are still we're still trying to find members for our pro Mafia, so we're keeping our eye out.
I was keeping Spy alive after that, for sure. Every game.
Yeah. Just because he knew that he was safe.
he had pretty good rules.
Obvious that Lee and I were Mafia. He still believed me.
Oh, Adam, you stole my what was when we were Mafia? What was the role you called? Maid man?
Oh, Miller.
I was like, I wanted to do that.
That was.
I was planning to do that. I set it up early. I was like, so we just gonna be yelling because we're not Mafia. And I was like, as soon as you said, I was like, you done stole it.
Well, I got clowns, didn't I? So I had to.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
But it was.
Well, you dropped it early too.
Oh yeah, because it wasn't a legit clown, so I knew I only had to go quick.
You did you did it through the joke, and I was like, I didn't even want to fight against your joke because we were on the same team. So I was like, I'm gonna let that wash over there.
It's okay. I had the BS meter up.
Mixing that one. So, hopefully, I was saying this to chat before. Cam, I would like for you to stop killing me round one. I told you I didn't want to do this, but town for the future. If you would like to pin a death on me, kill Cam. Wow. I'm sorry, you've been killing me. I'm sorry. I've done the maths 4 out of 5 times. Your first kill went to me. So hopefully this will expunge it. What we call this is the round 1 death phase. We all go through it.
Stop being so good, Lee. Stop being so good. You won't be a target.
There was one stretch I got killed round 1 in 10 straight Mafia games. I about quit playing after that.
Oh my! I gotta go back through the footage. You know, we definitely got that if that happened.
Like I was noticing it, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep a track, and it was literally 10 straight, and I'm like, why am I playing this if I'm just gonna die and sit here for 40 minutes at a time? That's something I've kind of switched on. Is like the people that have been in longer is the people I usually am targeting now to die earlier, because I'm like, let's try to get more people some more time playing and stuff like that.
And it kind of builds on how your character is, because you're just a target, and How it is, and
Yeah,
how it goes.
I don't have any strategies going in this. It's okay.
You got all the strategy. So, of course, bare minimum, if you know the game, you know the different variations in which can be turned around. Definitely Mafia After Dark is going to be interesting because there were so many roles, so many killers, and there was a bus, man, switching everybody role. So it's really hard to really,
the first game,
make plays.
Or not the second game when I convinced somebody I was the bus driver.
Wait, you actually, you convinced a lot of us. I don't think it was just 1 to 2.
Sitting here as the bus driver, I'm like, nah, I drove this.
Oh yeah, didn't he come out last round? He came out the last round saying that he was the bus driver. Oh my, I'm gonna put a pin in that one.
Yeah, don't come out last round as the bus driver.
Really, that's any role. Come on. Especially,
I didn't even believe it because I thought Adam was the bus driver in that game. So that's why I went with it. I'm like, oh, he's dead. I'm good. I got it.
And it's even better because you don't even declare the role. You just like, this is a little bit my role. So if I come back to it, you heard I said it. and then you adopt it a little bit more the next round. Still didn't claim it. But this could be my role, people. Maybe.
Then I get put
amongst
on trial.
you know how everyone chattering. If you heard that,
and then when you get
hey, what
trial,
you mean?
You own that role. I don't care.
And then last roll, what you mean? I said it 1 and 2 and 3. I said it. You must not be listening. You're guilty. You're a killer. You're a killer. Oh my goodness. I'm taking it. I'm like in challenge. Ooh, 200 IQ points. Let me calculate. Ooh, Harry the line.
Do that again.
See, I was trying to think who was the MVP tonight, but I don't think there's an obvious one. I think there was like sort of 5 or 6 people who all had good games in different ways. Like obviously Cam had his win.
Yeah,
so Lee got yours. I thought Manny, even though he didn't win, played well.
Yeah,
OG did 2.
Had good moments.
OG did 2 clown.
Can we have anti-MVP as Spy?
Now that, yeah, I agree completely.
LVP, least valuable.
we have one role.
Like he was my MVP tonight because he believed every single stupid thing I said.
Not just you, but he believed quite a few stupid things from various stupid places. Like he had a mare tonight. He really did.
I love it.
Even listening to him, like when you were saying,
watch put me on.
Like after you died or whatever, and you would have sat there like, "Oh my God, Spy!" just
like, I mean, we've all had, like, I had that a couple weeks ago, where I just was making every wrong call. So, I mean,
that's how
what you call it, nice and moldy.
Yeah, that's how you learn.
Yeah, that's the best way to start. Also, it hurts the most in the town because you're so deceived and you don't know who to believe anymore. And then what sucks?
Pretty good grandma. I'm just saying.
The best game I played was D Money's first game. That was so good as a fool.
Yes. Okay. I think if I'm not mistaken, round 1 I did call him out. What I said to him, I said something. We have another homie coming in, Walsh, but I'm gonna add you in here into our Mafia After Dark. Played with us maybe 2 weeks ago. New Towns member. Yo, what is up, my guy? We are just going over the last 5 games of Mafia, trying to figure out who our MVP of the night. Some good plays, the best plays. Once again, we're trying to find the best members for Mafia Pro.
Kill the clown and get out of here.
You know, the thing was, my role as grandma, I was gonna act suspicious right off the bat, and unfortunately, Drew caught up on that. Like I came out, I'm a fake Civ, you know. Like I was like trying to get people I want people to like try to look at me. You know what I mean?
You wanted the cop to check you and die. That's what I'm hearing.
No, not the cop. I just wanted to be suspicious enough to think that people thought I was a killer, and then have the killer or like a cop or some kind of role.
So he was about to pull up.
The last time I was doctor, I did that. I said I'm a fake fool, you know, and then I was doctor the whole game. So I don't know. It was just my strat at that point because of how I played the week prior. Unfortunately, Drew was the one that bit.
Unfortunately, it was great.
Would you say there would be a different start for you in the next game where Drew wouldn't pick you?
I try to switch up my gameplay. It's tough because you get like pigeonholed into the way you play. Not everybody can be Adam and just like fuck around and joke around and and be serious at the same time, and people don't really know if he's joking around, messing around, or if he's being serious. So I try to switch my gameplay up.
I definitely want to see more gameplay of Drew. Drew, if you add a little bit more sugar into your gameplay, I feel like you'll probably get. I see the math of you staying alive by 0.7 rounds. So if you might want to, if you like to use that, you definitely can. But I did. OG did pretty well with. He was clown and got 2 roles, and he was cop and got mafia twice as well.
I kind of agree, but like at the same time, I mean, those 2 clowns. I mean, that is it's lucky hit. Like, I'm not taking anything away. I love playing with OGDs, but like, it could easily have been 2 civilians as well. Like, I don't think
absolutely.
When you're doing it in round 1, there's not much deduction. I get why people do it in round 1 because you don't want to die and waste the roll, but I'd never praise somebody if they said, like, fair enough. If someone comes out, if I say Lee, I think you're Mafia, so I'm coming out as clown to check you, and then I'm right, then pat me on the back and say I'm amazing. But if I'm just like, Lee, I'm just shot in the dark here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
We'll make sure we qualify the shots per IQ point. So definitely.
Now I will say he shot JJ when JJ was Mafia. And he did it in a way that, because he didn't have to vote him out, he couldn't possibly, the fool play wouldn't have ruined it. So that was a good play by OGD. I'll give him that. That was the right way to get rid of JJ, because he was faking fool at that point.
Yeah, I got blindsided. I thought I had that game in the bag.
Yeah. So definitely that was his best play for OG, definitely. Like, that was the move.
Do we have any nice doctors? Nice save.
There was a few saves.
JJ loved them. Every time he was Mafia, they saved him.
Yeah, I mean, nice doctor for me.
Well,
who was saving JJ as Mafia?
Cam, when he was a bus driver. I guess it didn't really matter if he was bus driver. But what happened is he switched himself and Scud at the same time, and then the Mafia killed Cam. And then the doctor also saved Cam, so it actually saved him at the same time. I think it was, who was it that was doctor at that time? I can't remember. Oh, it was, it was, I don't know his name. It's right there.
Kojak?
Yeah, Kojak. Kojak was the doctor, so that was a good save on Kojak when I remember that.
How was it playing together, like in the same room?
It was good.
It was Carbon's heartbeat sound. I had a Bose speaker here just blasting the sound, so I couldn't even hear if he was like rustling in his chair. I couldn't hear anything because it was between the heartbeat sounds and then the dog chewing on whatever he's chewing on his bone or whatever. Yeah, it was pretty chill.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I think the only better thing would kind of be stepping it up, almost like Battleship style, like facing each other. I think that would have been a lot better, but
I was reshuffling everything in my studio. So I moved my desk from this wall to this wall, and that's what we've been doing in between the Mafia games is breaking down the whole desk and computer, cleaning everything and moving it.
Cam, you are a role model, Cam.
You guys know Trub and Robbie. They played in the same room too. They were opposite ends of each other though, so you could they were back to back when they were playing, so you could see.
I promise you, the best games of Mafia ever. Oh my god, that was so perfect. Well, we got some breaking news coming directly from Carbonfin. He is letting us know next game with the clown, he'll make a new ability for it. the clown comes out and says, Carbon, I'm the clown and I want to check, for example, Lee, Carbon would then send them their real role, and not say it out loud. Ooh. So he'd be sending it directly to the clown.
Oh, so it's not publicly known. It's just
not public. Yeah.
Could be interesting.
That would be interesting.
Ooh, that
or maybe
could,
instead of like having the person do it publicly, maybe have it during the night phase. So like the clown would know, but he would have to convince people.
What would he have to convince though? Why would he lie?
It's sort of
but like you know, there could be like it would be easier to fake at that point. Like someone could say, "Oh, I was clown last night," and this person.
Yeah, for the fake clown, yeah, but for the real clown, I mean, at the end of the day, if I wake up or whenever I do it, if I say Lee's Mafia, like I'm not lying because I'm obviously town because I'm clown.
Right.
So
but like it just adds a little bit extra layer.
Yeah,
because
a little bit more lean.
If you do it during the awake phase, like then the client would just automatically say what he got, unless he was planning on DMing who he was getting. But I think it might be better at night.
Or you have one nighttime confession, and then he's allowed to use one day confession.
That's almost too strong, though. That'd be a lot.
For what? If he's the only one who knows, I mean, now the question is the person actually telling the truth?
Yeah.
So then he can either choose to play the role again.
The other thing is the night
that would be just a clown throwing then.
But he could also die too, right? So he can like die during the first nighttime, and then it's a ruined clown role. Where right now you come out during the daytime and actually get to know someone roll right off the bat. I think clown is okay the way it is personally, but
you say no public, so people have to come out and be fake in front of people, or
I prefer the clown not there at all. Like
do you see a benefit? You see a benefit of being fake in front of the town with the information you got as clown? I see like a benefit.
Well, I think it would be. I think that someone come out as a fake clown and say, "I was clown last night and I blah 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 blah." That's what I see.
Well, yeah. So we wouldn't even know if Carbon sent him the DM.
Yeah,
because Carbon wouldn't even have to respond.
Because then the real clown would come and say, "No, I'm clown, and I checked blah blah blah," and they were blah blah blah.
And my DM was from here, and I was this person. Oh,
I'm getting in on that.
Oh, jeez. The townspeople gonna be fighting each other. The clowns gonna be fighting each other. The mafia gonna be killing everything.
If you do it that way, you can then protect us also. For example, if I clown Lee and Lee turns out to be the cop, I then don't have to tell everybody else.
Yes! I see the benefit. That's the benefit. That's the benefit.
Or I can double bluff. Like if you come out as civilian, I can be like, "Yeah, Lee's doctor," and that way they'll be a bit.
And this and the extra say, "Ooh."
Yeah. Or you could take if like he's mafia, and then you say he's doctor, so the SK kills him at night.
Ooh, so many stories. Ooh, I see the possibility.
You can't say no, I'm mafia. They'd have to run.
I see all the possibility. Ooh, that's good. Okay.
See, Adam, this is how my mind works. This is why I do all the crazy, stupid shit I do on these games.
I see it. Ooh, so it works out. So just in case you point out the cop or the doctor.
Yeah, or judge.
Beautiful.
You can protect the judge as well.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just maybe a superpower. It's just that it's gonna have some kind of fight back.
Secrecy.
So we're gonna have
a little bit more secrecy does help.
Yeah. We're gonna have to talk to them. Be like, "What's up?"
The thing with any of these games is like when there's 3 sets of killers, you're praying that you're not one of the first 3 people that dies, but also you're praying that you're not the clown either. So really, you've got like 4 chances to get annihilated on round 1, which is it's harsh. it's
exhausting.
And Purvis says, definitely will open up new gameplay, and that's the goal. Yes, that's the goal.
I do like the idea of like 7 fake clowns.
Oh, you know I'm fake the clown. Like, as soon as I heard it's through a DM, that's a free fake. I know how that's
free fake! Oh, we already faked those as soon as we can.
Malty and I kind of pioneered the fake cop. You guys forget that.
What do I say, huh?
Yeah, Walsh is
Alright,
well,
I got you.
but I don't know if we're going to get enough at this time.
Oh man. Oh, that'd be cool.
But he carbon overrunning, that's what it was.
I'm telling you.
That last game just probably killed a lot of people.
Cam not killing nobody.
Not killing it for 25 rounds.
I'm like, does he think there's another killer? Or he really wanted to get this? He really wanted to stretch out this victory.
100%.
Imagine this though with the clown. Imagine if the clown only highlighted what somebody had done. So let's say you're a serial killer and you haven't killed yet. Then you'd flag as a civ. So your ability only kicks in if you've used it.
Yeah, like
the clown would have to wait till round 2 at least.
Like if the clown.
So clown, that'd be a nerf.
If they found out like has killed or hasn't killed, and that's all they find out.
No, not even that. But like if I say, right, JJ, I'm clowning you, and if you've not killed yet, then you're a civ. If you've not healed yet, then you're not a doctor. You know what I mean? You're just a civ. So that way they have to use it round 2, and even if they use it round 2, if the serial killer still hasn't killed, then he's still a civ.
Right.
That would be spicy.
Yeah, I can see that being implemented
just
if we get more town wins.
Just give SK more ways to win, because I think SK has the best win rate of any.
I have to admit, I hate being Mafia. It's such a weak role compared to SK.
Like SK is so overpowered, people. They have no
Definitely. All you need is a nice story and a nice song.
You know, a lot of times with town people, you also don't want to vote as much during the daytime because if you shoot wrong, you're screwed. Like you almost want Mafia and SK to go after each other. You want them to kill each other off. That's why, like in towns, you really don't want to vote right away.
And if there's a fool in the game, then really, you very rarely want to vote. You've got to be 99% sure that you're getting the right person, otherwise, it's ripped.
Unless you know you're a first rounder and you would like to create some information by your vote. At least that's what I try to do.
Honestly, that's what saved JJ that one round. The thing was, if he didn't die the next round, I was gonna go hard at him because I knew you were a killer the whole time, but it was tough.
No, I was the fool. Like
I got a
when
feeling.
you can go on Mafia, like when you can go on trial, call the person that accused you an idiot. Call out your Mafia partner and still not get voted out.
And then say you're Mafia.
The fool is way overpowered. Like, I'm just gonna try this. I haven't tried just full fake fool.
Let's see if this is gonna work. And I wouldn't doubt.
Well, the person you called out actually is the fool.
See, I think the judge is an interesting role, to be honest. I think it would be cool because if I was the judge instead of Grandma at the end of the game, I could have ended that way sooner because I could have voted Cam.
I think
way sooner.
We haven't truly seen the judge at full power within this season of Mafia. We definitely in the past. I think JJ, you probably seen who did a good. It could have been Multi did a good judge. Like from round 1, every round somebody was out. He was sitting there every round. And once again, then the doctor save or somebody was switching around.
Where's Multi, man? We need to get him in on these games.
Yeah.
See, I'm curious about the clown as well. Like, I know that the safe play is to use it round 1. You're more likely to help the town and blah blah blah. But I ain't no team player. Fuck the town, right? I'm thinking if I get clown and I've not had it yet, or I've not had it recently, like I would go till the very end because if you're sat there with just 4 people left, that clown is an instant win. Like it would be hard to lose if you pick the right person, and even if you pick the wrong person, you narrow it down so much.
Absolutely. One thing I think is very important: the role itself, yes, but a role with a specific character, also is different. Right. So yes, you with a clown, definitely I can see it going pretty far. Somebody else with a clown, like you better use that thing right now.
Like I said, I usually die in the first 2 rounds, so I'm pretty much clown early.
It's hard because Adam, how many times do you make it to the end?
I think you're ender.
Game
He was in in game.
Yeah, I didn't make it to the end much at all.
That's what I mean, is because you're too strong. So the problem is you gotta be like me, kind of in the middle. You gotta be like good but not good. You know what I mean? Like you have to have a little bit of sus when you're talking. Like,
I think I can turn out as Grandma. and you're gonna
get caught out as grandma, and you are in the clear. These are the tips and the tricks, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you have your pen and paper out so your skill and your level in Mafia. Levels are listed.
Though I gave him the choice between I don't know who and you as our first kill.
Yes, it was Manny and who's it? Somebody. Oh, it was a grandma. I was like, why are you trying to shoot a grandma? I don't think that's
we need to get this Freetown person out. Like that was my thought process when there's two of us, so we still have one. And
yeah, I wanted.
Lee dies anyway. We should have just killed the crap. We should have
killed the grandma. Yeah, that would have been perfect. And the thing about it,
though, me and Lee are Mafia, and I hold up Bertus, and I could see his face looking on. He's like, Bertus isn't even playing.
I also got my mic. My mic is right in front of like one of the screens that covers some of the squares. So I'm looking around there like, who in there? I had no idea. Dang, I didn't even say hello. I felt so bad, you know. I got to say hello.
You didn't say hello, but you were just about to off him.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, great play. Like, in my mind, it's like, I had no idea.
I wonder what Carbon would have done at that point if you gave it the thumbs up. Like, yep, that's a kill.
Bertus is gone.
Yeah,
but Bertus, by the way, you're in Mafia, but you're dead.
You're dead. Yeah. Don't even come back.
Yeah.
You died before Jurassic Park.
Okay, no kill. It would have been fine.
You're talking about dying early though as well, and I will admit that, like, you know, I take my fair share of early deaths. But when I first started playing, it was quite a different group back then, and I know Bashin had the same when he did it. Like, because obviously we stream Clash and stuff, we were just getting killed constantly, and like I was the same. I think I got killed first round 5 out of 6.
All the content creators end up going
exactly.
Out.
I was just like,
but they're also really good at the game because they know how to talk. You know, there's a lot of people that get on here and it's really kind of nerve-wracking, and they're like not able to handle the pressure. So that's another thing.
But yeah,
and like, plus take out one of your Clash superstars.
If
this
you
is your opportunity.
Like, kill this month, like, you know, you would get checked too a lot. Like the Cobb, if you were Mafia as a content creator, you would get checked a lot. That's
Carbon would tell you. Carbon would, you know,
it was.
Carbon is a great example because you had to see Carbon's transition in the gameplay. Toward the end, you can see he kind of shut down. He started wearing his jackets, his shades. He'd be sitting in the corner and be like, "What you talking about?" But before, you if y'all knew, it was a little bit more out there, bubbly. That's where the pulling the Carbon came because he was so what wrong. So, you know, I can definitely follow on that.
Now, Adam, did you ever play with any of your like longtime viewers?
No, I've only ever played with you guys and Cam. Yeah. You know, like with you guys hosting. I keep thinking about hosting myself because I'm quite creative. I can have some fun with it. But I mean, obviously, I don't stream anymore, so it's not much fun.
Well, you definitely come back. You know, I definitely step on with you.
Because I know, like, and I'm sure he feels the same way. Like the dynamic when like Bash when he plays. Like, we have a lot different dynamic, just personally, because we've known each other for a long time and friends and whatnot. So that always like impacted the game. So like we didn't have fun playing together.
So
because honestly, because JJ and Bash would always go together.
So that's so I was thinking.
I freaking hate you, JJ. Like I freaking hate you.
So that's one thing that was great.
My bullshit.
Yeah, that's one of the things that was great in our past games. People were linked together, you know, outside of the game, but in the game as well. So that's something I wanted to probably do in like some side game where we go into the town as pairs.
Well, like Cuba,
we don't,
or like Boy and Robot.
Well, not more so our roles connected, but we are in the town together, so we kind of like together, but we don't know each other role. But we on the town together, so we would kind of like.
I'm telling you, Lee.
Put the story.
Each other's throats.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that you have two civilians and they just wake up together.
Yeah. So
that would be interesting because then
they would
defend each other like Mafia would, and they would make it a little bit different.
Make it sus as well, and it's like you said,
defending
bashing and JJ.
Yeah, and then Mafia could also go, hey, I'm civilian with me and JJ are civilian, so I know that because we're together, but we're actually the Mafia.
Yeah, back in the day, we did like, oh, I believe if JJ said that, oh yeah, I'm definitely believing JJ.
Oh, yeah.
Or Queen B say that, oh yeah, I'm following.
Everybody said that. Queen B.
Yeah, that was just another example.
If she said to kill somebody, it was going to happen. She got.
Yeah, that's just something that's kind of veered away from our town.
Talk about the person that died soon or got checked right away. Freaking Queen B.
Everything. Do you remember when?
Every game.
I didn't play in this game. It was one that I watched. And do you remember Amy Nicole was playing? And she taught me a really cool move, and I've not used it yet. But basically, in the night phase, and you put your head down. What she does is that, so she can still see.
Cheat? Are you talking about cheat?
Yeah, she actually watched the Twitch stream while she was playing, and I was just like, that's how to win. That's the smart play.
I'm thinking you about to crack the code. We about to get an exclusive here. You seen I brought out the pen and paper and everything.
Do so well.
Oh, we got a pen and paper out.
Dude, I'll tell you this much: no one else got accused of cheating more than Queen Bee.
Yeah, she was the other one. I remember because obviously I watched some of these games when I wasn't playing, and it was like, I don't know, like
the powers are too strong. So listen, there is being too advanced in the game of Mafia. And it will bite you in the butt. What I say before,
her, she was dead every round early because of it. Because she was either too good at reading people or just somehow she knew. So.
And once again, these come in just random periods. So you might get Mafia 4 times in a row. And you do that, next 16 games, ain't nobody gonna believe anything you say, just because of those 4 games.
See, that happened last week. I remember, and
my bots
blew my mind. I can't remember who it was, but someone said. I think it was about 6'9". So, 6'9" was Mafia last game, so he can't be Mafia this game. I'm like, that's not how probability works, my friend. that's just not how it works.
And for me, that's the biggest tell. And I'm like, I know to now check you. Look out for you.
6 of my last 8 games, I've been a
Trey,
killer.
you should guys Walsh some questions.
Look at this, all Mafia.
He's new. He's been watching. I just want to see what his.
Yeah, he was very interested in getting into another game.
Killer, Mafia.
I didn't get one, but he definitely get him in this Q&A. Walsh, get your ass in here.
So, Lee, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Because what Carbon said today about keeping the stats and wins and losses of things. What do you think that's going to show overall? Do you think it's going to be a little still more randomized because it's so RNG right now?
No. We play too many games. Definitely a lot of information is going to be explained. And what I said in it is having like a main character. I would say mine would be Fake Cop. Pro Town Fake Cop, of course, what you usually win as, or your Town Civ. But I feel like we got enough data. And I watched too deeply.
I feel like the RNG is more based on the roles though than anything else. And I know Carbon's doing it on purpose, and I don't blame him because he wants to keep it interesting for the viewers more than anything else. And by adding those roles, he creates the RNG. And I will agree with this: every game is different, which I guess is the goal. But from a player point of view, it's almost like Clash, where they put the hit rates up. It takes the skill out of it. And I remember games that we played months ago with less roles. I did a lot more thinking, and not to me, I know everybody was doing it. Like, there was a lot more sussing and a lot more analysing, whereas now it's just like, yeah, fuck it, see what happens.
See me in 3 rounds, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, if I'm still alive, I might care.
I'll tell you what comes to my mind. All right, Walsh, were you able to catch any of these games tonight?
Yeah, I was there for all of them.
What
were some of your favorite moments as the viewer? Interesting.
I liked it when Lee pulled through as the fool. Like, I thought that was pretty cool.
That's for the fool? The fool round?
Yeah. What was another one? when the first round when I think his name was D Money won. I thought that was pretty cool too. OP.
Well, okay. How many games have D Money played?
Oh, he's been in a lot. He used to play all the time.
Yeah,
one thing
D Money's an OG.
Definitely going to review his stats for future games. I know, and when I highlight, skill points definitely play a role to how many games you played, as opposed to just starting out mid and end. So you winning a game as Mafia after you played 100 games is, of course, higher value than if you just played yesterday. So I want to bring that. But yes, what else? What other goodies? As we try to figure out our MVP of Mafia, because it was definitely right.
I think Adam and I would say Mary just because she was a female that played with us one time.
and then left. Y'all scared her away. One game. Oh, okay. With that being said, who killed her? Yeah, let's get to the bottom of it.
I did.
Oh my God. Okay. So I hope y'all know when I play, there's some winning the game, some playing Mafia, some just being on the show with Carbon, and of course content. You know, the storytelling. Let's not forget that, guys. We gotta remember some of the storytelling. You know, some of the sauce.
To be fair, Manny was pumped when I put her name up. He was so excited to get his wife out of the thing.
He was.
Like you should have saw
in the chat too. He was like, "Yeah, she gotta go. She had to go. She had to go.
Let's go." I think she sucks. You know,
because they knew
my vote is on her.
Oh yeah, we knew. We knew she was the real cop. There was no way.
Yeah,
and that should have been more suspicious too, because it's like, okay, the Mafia got rid of the actual cop immediately.
Yeah, yeah. But of course, I would have pointed that out, but I needed to hide under that, so I didn't want to.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what was OG's role, because he was sus on you, and then you died, and then he ended up dying later on.
Was it the last game or? I know that game before.
I think JJ and OG died at the same time.
We killed each other because we were. Okay. I was Mafia, so I killed him, and then Carbon gave him a special, which I don't mind keeping that as the cop, like being able to like shoot. I didn't mind. Yeah, it helped. So
was he a cop?
That's what happened last.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was definitely a shift. Before the cop can only kill or check. So before the cop would go out and either kill, the next round they can kill again. But in this game, Carmen said,
I think is what he said. They can only kill
in this one he could only do it once. But previous game, when Camwow was cop and killer, he was able to kill or not kill multiple rounds.
I can't.
So he must have just added that.
That helped power up the cop a lot more than what. Because with just 2 SKs and 2 Mafia, the cop really doesn't.
It was almost like the cop had a silver bullet, but the problem was if he shot the wrong shot, then he was gonna.
Yeah, but he knew I was Mafia.
It's starting to get closer and closer to a real life story. I like it.
2 Mafia, but then when you add in the Miller and the bus driver swapping people around, the cop is utterly useless. Like,
the cop
he's a civilian.
So one of the things that I'm trying to continue to set up here on GGR TV is have a 4-game spread where it's just a basic Mafia, serial killer, Mafia, cop, doctor. According to how many people, would just be more civilians, so people can get that feel. Then the next game is either going to be OP Town or OP Killers, or killer roles, or more Town where we add the robot or Cupid or so we can see if a town would win if it's more in the favor. The next game would be more killers, and then the last game would be a specialty game, which would be storytelling, which is not basically people trying to say it's not them, it's more so them trying to play a character. So if we be Star Wars or the Sith or in some location, we'll try to follow that narrative and get to the end.
I think if we go Star Wars, JJ's got that Leia Organa look from Jabba's palace already. He's ready. Just strip down a little bit.
And I would just do Wubaka screeches. You're like, Trey, you on trial. And that would be it for me. On to the next.
I'd just be Darth Vader in every fight, even though I'm supposed to be amazing. I'd just lose every fight, like it'd be pointless.
Or it'd be like, what is your defense? I am your father.
So Walsh, what drew you to Mafia? Did you get it from Lee stream, Carbon stream? Like what?
I forget which one. I forget which one, but it was one of them. And then I played it on Lee stream once before.
Okay.
And it was fun. I didn't win any of those times, but Ken won 2 times that day.
I think that was a pin. That was a pin mark.
You played a few games then. You're saying?
Yeah, I played a few games with Lee. I think how many games did we play then? Like
we could have did 4. That was a pin stream raid after a pin raid, wasn't it? I think so. That could have been a random day too. I don't even think that was like a Mafia Monday.
And playing it is a lot different than actually watching it. Because when you're watching it, you're like, oh, I know exactly what's going on. I can tell whoever it is. And then
everybody says.
When you actually play it, it's a lot different. So,
everyone a pro in chat. Why are you doing that?
I wish Carbon would do more of the hidden games and got the viewers a bit more involved. I think that would. I really do like those games, and I wish he did more of that.
I think it wakes people up to really how hard the game is sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the little background. Carbonfin, of course, starts his stream in Clash of Clans, and then he migrates into just chatting to do Mafia. GGR TV is also live at the same time doing the pre-show, which is the people in chat before the game starts and the previous games of Mafia. And we do that in talk show and podcast. So the pre-voice is there. I forgot it was the end part I was trying to build up.
Has anybody here played done it in person? Have you ever played Mafia in person? Because that's actually how I learned about the game, as I played it in person.
We played it a lot in high school.
Yeah, it was like Boy Scouts or something for me. But yeah, it's actually this over Zoom is actually harder than in person. I feel like in person is even tougher. I know in person is easier. But
part of it is the people. When you do it in person, you pretty much know everybody.
You know everybody.
I'm sure the Poland group would be a little bit different.
In person, though, there's more tells as well. Because it isn't just your eyes and face, even your body language.
Exactly.
If you're slumping, and it's harder to keep a straight face too in person. So.
Probably a lot of extracurricular drinks are in the mix.
I was in high school, Lee. I would never drink a beer in high school.
Never! And it makes sense. JJ got years of experience before to bring in a Mafia. Let's slide in the question real quick. What would you say is the easiest and the toughest rules in Mafia?
Ooh.
I think it's tough. It's tough to play Mafia if you are a bad liar. If you're someone that can't lie, it's
like Manny,
really tough.
It's tough on Manny.
It's gonna be tough.
I think serial killer's the easiest one to play.
Yeah,
because there's really not much you have to do. It's just be there at the end and kill the right person. It's not. Of all the roles, there isn't much to think about because you can actually just play as a Civ because technically you are. And just play as a Civ, but then every now and then off somebody. I think that's the easiest role. Or it requires the least skill. Maybe it's probably the best way to put it.
Random kills and
I
push all the way to the end.
Think which is really weird because we had 2 of them tonight. But the Fool, winning as the Fool is very difficult. Like people. I mean, they're like, well, why would you vote someone out? They're obviously the Fool. A lot of times, no. Like that last game, it's...
Do you remember last week when 7 people voted, 6 of them voted for the Fool, and I'm like that, pinning my arms down because I knew that he was the Fool, and I'm just like, I was so
right, but literally everyone else was like, nah, he made a mistake. He's Mafia. And it's like, no, not really. He's the Fool.
And that's the third entity within the town. So they got the town and killers against them.
The Fool does add the dynamic as well. Let's say, like for example, that game where you won, Lee, but at one point there was 2 Mafia, a serial killer, and a Fool in just one town. Like, you were massively outnumbered. And at that point, the killers were right. They should be killing each other because that was the bigger threat. And it's situations like that where the Fool actually becomes, I'm not going to say easy, but it definitely gets easier because all of a sudden the killers are not trying to kill the town because they know they've got the town beat. The town, it's got spy in it, so it's going to be clueless. And because of that, the killers are correctly trying to take out each other out. And then all of a sudden the Fool just kind of creeps up. It actually gets stronger than the town because you have an out, you have a way to win.
Yeah, the town's useless at that point.
Yeah.
As we look at our towns, how often have we seen us actually vote?
Well,
I can probably see us average the first 3 rounds not voting.
Well, when you have that many killers, you really, you can't.
I mean, like in any of our games, really.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 rounds, we have town and Mafia.
Playing the classic killer roles, like if you took out 1 serial killer, I bet you would have more town votes. Instead of having 2 serial killers, 2 Mafia.
Yeah, because if you vote as a town and you're wrong right now with all these roles, you lose. I mean, town didn't win at all tonight, and I think they only won like once last week, and that's just because it's hard.
You remember when our power plays is so many killers, let's just vote every round.
No.
Remember, that was one of...
I remember. I think it's the other way. I think that when there's more saves, you can afford to vote, because even if you get it wrong once, you're still in the game. Where I agree with JJ, I think that as a town now, even if you don't vote, it feels super hard. And if you do vote and get it wrong, it's rip. You're done. And if you do vote and get it really wrong, you've just given the Fool the win. There's too many risks to it now. It's just not a good reward.
Like I said, I was literally a Mafia tonight, and I literally said that on trial, and I couldn't get voted off.
Oh. The thing that sucks, we can never use this game again against how you done it, or you done it. You know what you're doing.
Oh,
you know what you're doing.
Are you kidding me? I'll do it again.
I'll tell you interesting.
I know, but we can't be like, you did that last time.
There were more people playing today than the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But it was a quieter group today. Like, even people that would normally like Drew can go out and talk and stuff, but he was quiet tonight. It was surprising how quiet the group was, where sometimes you play with just 8 or 9 people.
And you
can't get a word in. You can't get a single word in. That was the old days. Remember back in COVID days when we played every night? Like
it was so fresh,
so much.
We were so excited to play.
We could not get a word in.
Had to scream.
I was the quiet one back then.
But I think that's why Carbon has to keep it fresh as well, though, because sometimes, like tonight, at one point we had 12 and 13 people, and there was a lot of people deliberately staying quiet, which I get, they're trying to win, but it's not a good viewing experience then. Like, if you've got 4 or 5 people that are deliberately not saying a word, and obviously, no offence to Cam and Gojak, but they were busy renovating a room. It was very rare they even spoke, sort of thing. And that kind of... That's probably why Carbon has to mix up the roles so much, because at least then there's something to watch. If it's a purely deduction game, and 70% of the people are not talking... it's not really a viewing experience, is it?
The one on that was the worst was Chica, right? Or no, it was someone else. He literally, I thought his camera was frozen every night. Like, he wouldn't say a single word. He'd just sit there.
This definitely, we came through a lot of new strategies. You remember Stingpot 010101? There's strats.
What was that guy's name from Australia? That was like the Aussie Birdist.
Aussie? Well, I think it was Aussie.
Oh, it was.
I think it was Aussie.
What was that guy's name from Australia? Aussie.
No, but that was his. It was like 668 and 816.
I can't remember, but he was hilarious because he was always just piss drunk and always like really loud, really loud.
I mean, that's why Bertus is a great character to have him, because even without the roles and even without forcing it to be a bit wilder, he does make it wilder, but not in a... Like,
he pushes that line.
Yeah, he's not throwing the game.
My favorite is when he was the judge once, and he didn't realize. He just was like, because here's the thing about Bertus: if he's up against somebody else, he will always vote the other person, even if he doesn't have to. But he was the judge when he was up against somebody else, and he like killed somebody right off the bat. It wasn't anything. I don't think he realized. He's like didn't know why the guy died, but it's because he was the judge.
Oh shit!
And I forgot about the judge.
Just adds that dynamic without forcing it. Like, it's not like you have to put 7 extra rolls in. You know, you just have him burst. That gives you that bit of extra spice.
But his last few games,
in the background.
But his last few games showed a lot of high IQ points I was giving out to him. He was making some good behind calls the last game I seen him on. I was like, whoa, Bertus, where you going?
Bertus usually makes really good plays. He's just so outrageous.
There was the one game that I played with him, and I called him out. You know, it was because he was like, he took forever to vote or took forever to do something.
Oh.
And he was the only Mafia member left. I'm like, all I know is this, guys. I'm Doctor. I saved this person. If we have rolls come out, we can get somebody. I'm pretty sure it's Bertus, because anytime it goes way long forever, it's Bertus. And it was Bertus.
He was my partner that game, and as soon as I died, I'm like,
oh yeah, because you guys voted because Adam was he was the grandma, and you guys voted for Adam. That's what it was.
Yeah, and because I put the thing up,
you got guys.
Because, like you said, if he puts the thing up, we're not moving.
What Bertus is good at is he can talk at somebody so much, especially if it's somebody that isn't as strong a personality, and then he moves them onto his level, and then he's good. Like, if you can stay strong against Bertus,
and it's really the heroes just being so overpowered. Plus, with the addition of pets.
Plan.
Bye. You're direct. Oh, that because Carbon just got that ad. It's different from when you're watching the game. Pretty easy to do. Knowing our channel. Oh, that because Carbon just got that ad. That's kind of weird. Sorry, Carbon. You know how Twitch be. You know I gotta get the bread sometimes. Wait, you know. The ad incentives. Ayos míos. I can blessing my 9 months. That's we're back at it again.
Alert.
Woo!
Alert.
right, I'm also going to get going as well. It's been a lot of fun.
Yep. See you, boys.
Yeah, guys.
I'll dream about that mustache.
I can literally go out onto the beach now.
There you go.
Relax. Or you about to go get twisty on that stripper pole vibe.
I'm going to pass out till 6 p.m. tonight.
Let's just say that you'd have to pay quite a lot more to see me on that stripper pole.
Ooh, take notes, chat.
But there is a number, just so you know.
We'll figure it out, chat. Don't worry.
We will have a 24-hour sub stream just for it. Ayos míos. Alright, so we are here. Let's get right into it. Mafia After Dark. Woo! We have some saucy games today. OP moments. Great civilians. Great plays. Great throws. And I'm going to tell you all about it. Of course, during the game, I was giving out some IQ. With the help of some of the civilians and chat members who collecting some clips, seeing some good plays, seeing some bad plays. And I want, ultimately, everyone to be better at this game. I want you to be a pro. Because I'm tired of losing. You see that? We seen it. Carbon gave us a little insight of some of the stats. And some of my stats showed a little too much red. And if it was red, it's because you was on my team. And you failed. It's not me issue. We're going to get to the bottom of it. today. Make sure you have your pen and paper out because I'm going to break down the Mafia Town 2 game. But it was a dark and stormy night. We came across 5 Mafia Town games. As a whole, the town did not win a game. Whose fault was it? We were getting down in the after show, figuring out what was the best plays, whose fault was it, did we make better plays, did we point out the wrong people, did the wrong people die, or was Cam Wow just trying to flex? I think Cam was just trying to flex that last game. I don't know. He was trying to make sure Mafia After Dark was 6 o'clock in the morning. Whatever it might be, but we definitely had some bodies everywhere. Wasn't my fault. Was not my fault. But of course, to those games, I drink to it. And of course, all our drinks are sponsored by T-Party. Cheers to you. Yeah. Usually I have my notes here. My notes. Oh, I remember what I was saying earlier to us once we finished the game. Adam was talking about how would see chat and join the game if the games were covered. Carbonfin shows a game and everyone's roles on his channel. On our channel, we hide all. So the same thing that you probably seen on Carbonfin, you can watch here on GGR TV, but all the roles will be hidden and have been hidden. So it's a great way for you to try, or if you played that game, you know, go back, try it without knowing the roles and see how it changes. Once again, we're trying to have 2 different areas of content and not just the same content just transferred over. For example, that's why Carbonfin is in just chatting when he play Mafia, and we are in talking on the podcast. He shows the roles, I don't show the roles. I have the pre-show, he has the in-game, and I have the after show. Trying to spread it around, make sure everyone's seen and all is documented. We covered a lot. I like to call myself pro-town, super civilian. And when my town is not doing well, it's everyone's fault. I'm sorry. We all failed there. We all made mistakes. I tried to illustrate round 1, knowing that we had a lot of killers. We would have to do something different for the town to win. I don't know if you remember when I said, this is a time, all right, if we're really a town and we really gonna stand together, everyone come out with their roles right now. This is the only way we're gonna survive. Every townsman, everyone good for the team, come out with your role right now. And the people who don't say nothing, those are people we voting off. Those are people we putting on trial. And if you do the math, 2 rounds after, it should be 1 person left. They would just, the people left would just try to either kill a cop or the doctor. They kill the same person, will save them. The bus driver turn them around. The judge will choose somebody else. Or, you know, we don't even have to go to vote. The judge would just vote the people that say less. And this is causing our town to be more active. People are less quiet. And trying to be more, you know, forcing to be more engaged within the town. I think that works out. But of course, my town did not follow me in that direction. I don't know how many games I need to win. I don't know how much information about Mafia I need to spit out into your faces. But I feel like one of the times, if I come up with a great idea, y'all should follow. And I wanted to use the game that I did get full as a great example. A great example. I was saying things that made sense and what we should do. And of course, that was sus to my town. They just didn't believe me. They assumed that it was shading. And they wanted to vote me off. And of course, that's what I wanted. That's what I was playing into. And being able to get put on trial twice shows that some of the direction fell suit. So we talked about new players. Okay, I'm not even say new player. Less than 5 games of Mafia, less than 20 games of Mafia, less than 50 games of Mafia, less than 100 games of Mafia, and less than 200 games of Mafia. That's the barrier of skill. You know how you talk and how you play the first 5 games. You sit in the back and you listen. I wish I can say people gameplays are not molding to each other, but to ultimately succeed at this game, all you need to know is how to play the game and how to explain the game back to the people of the town. You just talk about stuff when you have time to talk about stuff, and then point figures out. I think it's pretty easy. You try to be not too quiet or suspicious to have a role as cop or doctor, or be suspicious to the point where you might be a killer, so the killers don't kill you and keep you alive. You gotta find that nice mix, and of course, add some story. Like, honestly, people gonna kill you if they want to kill you. You might need to add some story, add a little bit more sauce to keep you alive. I don't know if y'all seen my story. I'm adding so much story. We giving out 200 IQ points, Mafia After Dark content. Keep me alive. I have to add this extra. And if you've seen how JJ played, he got to sauce the bowl. He got to flip the bowl over. He got to take your role, give you a new role, use his role from last week, make up another role, put 2 roles together, and he that role, and then he Mafia. Not everyone can follow that strategy, and not everyone can consistently grow on that role. Finding out who you want in your town. You gotta mimic that, or direct your town. You gotta direct your town roles. Don't get me hungry. This is not hungry time. When it comes to trying to figure out a role or position. We talked about MVP. And as I talk about MVP, I'm going to talk about moments that happen into the game. And the order in which I list them would be the order in which their value of experience. The first one would be less, second would be higher, third, fourth. For example, toward the end, winning as Fool is higher ranked. Winning as a serial killer within your first 5 games. Ooh, look at me breaking. Ooh, that was very saucy there. As opposed to winning Mafia on your 3rd game, but you was Mafia 7 times in a row. You see what I'm getting here? I want to see my town utilize round 1. We have mastered the fake calls, the clown calls, perfect. We have got a lot of talk. I want to stop my off-topic talk at the beginning of the game. We do a lot of off-topic talk. Or we might have a question the last game. I would use that strategy, of course, if I was. But I don't like that. I want to use every moment in the game to find out who's the killer, especially knowing that people could die first round, so they gonna need to talk. Think about it. How would you play Mafia knowing that you die round 1 every game? How would you play differently? What would you say, and how would you act? And I bring this up because we talked about voting as a town, and I said I vote randomly to also give side messages to my town just in case I die round 1. The more you play, the more you have to add. You wouldn't need to add that if you're not dying round 1 or round 2. And one thing that's great that I have the chance to do, that viewers have the chance to do and see, is different from when you're watching the game, from when you're playing the game. And it's also different from playing the game and seeing what people within your town may call. So this is the only example I can use Adam talking about how he was dying often, but if I go through the stats, 7 people within the town killed Adam, supposed to I'm dying and only 1 person. So it's kind of hard to, each person got a different mindset on why they're killing this person at a certain time. Did somebody start talking or point out this person? For example, the biggest thing, everything could be random. But if Carbon says this person last in like the pick, like it's more likely to be picked up by the group. So, like, oh, you want to vote for this person? You want to vote for this person? The last person usually get that little extra boost of votes because it's like, oh, I didn't really know anybody, or this seems right, or more votes coming up at the end. Let me vote for this person. I know jumping into this, I can jump into a lot of tiers. With a lot of new faces, I want to start by talking about the new style of Mafia, being a new member and holding yourself in a town. I was gone for about 2 weeks of Mafia, so of course your town is going to function differently with me not in the town, because I direct the town when I believe things should go a certain way, or things supposed to be moving, or when people not saying something. Other people just let things happen. And it was, tonight was a great way to show. When I got to round, the final 3, I'm not saying anything. Supposed to round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, saying everything. Like, all right, Trey not saying nothing at the end, but says something the whole initial of the game. You can see how the game is completely turned. So, one thing I noticed for Sky was waiting for me to give him some information to help him either choose Manny or myself. Any information, it's like saying that you a killer. There's 2 killers remaining. Just a tough thing to do. Being sus to be around and active within the town where your role is not shown up. So I'm gonna have to, of course, talk about the people that affected me within the town, and then how you will come off to the rest of the town. So there's times where I was cop and I checked somebody that was quiet that didn't have a role, or somebody that was quiet and voting late, or putting their hand up at random time but didn't have a role. Usually little things like that would be tells to show that somebody's a killer, and because coming in fresh is giving off different signals, and different signals throw me off, especially when I'm looking at signal. Realistically, these 4 games I was shut down with reads. I know without a doubt if I'm trying to make any reads, I'm gonna hurt my brain. There's a bus driver switching role, so I know the game is not gonna start until round 3. With 2 Mafia, Cop and Doctor, the game starts round 1. With 17, 13, 15 rolls, the game really starts round 3. And that's 2.75. And that's after round 2 is over and trials start. That's really when the balls start rolling. Because you can't really point kills to nobody. But as a town, I felt nice. I felt nice as a town. I felt like everybody was giving me a little bit. I don't feel like nobody was too under. Beside, whoa. Who's that town member that was just freezing? That was just frozen. I wasn't able to get any reads from him because he wasn't saying nothing. Yeah, I think he was a judge one time. think that was the only town. Everybody else are pretty active within the town. I didn't see any big throws. Adam was talking about, the throw meter and what would be considered a throw. Of course, because we really don't know anything. I know I can make points toward the plays that are unseen, like making a call that I know is unseen, as opposed to the chosen person. We did dissect it pretty well, but I like I said, I can't really give tips and tricks to how to better the intense games besides being more such. Being with the fool, our team's not voting off. So being more reckless and out there as not a killer that can be found by the cop, everyone should have been reckless. So serial killers should have been reckless because nobody gonna check them and find them. So they could have been, up in the face, up in the town. Same thing with any other role, realistically. I think everyone was playing a little quiet. But not quiet like they were supposed to. You would play quiet knowing that the people around you could kill you, and doing too much would get you killed. It was just like, I know people die at night. Let me be worried of just the town. I don't know if y'all are getting that, but in some piece it makes sense. Let me see. OP OG for his calls. OP top finding 2. OP JJ. One thing I don't give credit enough to is when Mafia members throw their own Mafia member on the bus. And it's not really throwing it on the bus, it's just throwing sus in their direction. So I definitely want to give a point out there. Ooh, I'm going to go back to the footage real quick. Also a reminder, right after Mafia After Dark, we do Mafia Marathon, which is some past Mafia games from 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 2 weeks, last week, in some random order. You can see, some of the past members, past games. Well, let me pull up this perfect. I can see it. Pointing out real quick. This one. I don't know, that last round. I don't know. But that made a lot of sense. The 3 rounds it took Camwa to do it, it made sense that he had to figure out when he was going to save. Once he figured out, then he was going to do it. So it's not realistically, it's not even that he took time. That's what he was supposed to do to be safe. So it worked out. D-Money, I was able to call out D-Money round 1 when he came out as fake civilian, when I was the only civilian in round 1. Scud. I know Scud doing, I don't know if he was doing something on the side, but I assume he was taking some notes. I see him doing a lot of reading of what was happening and what people were doing. Person to person, he did point me out and spy out. They have a role that time. People point me out just to point me out. I'm consistent. So. Let's see. I knew OG would do. Is that Eli? Yeah, we don't have to work on that. Eli. You got to the end. Actually, you you got pretty far into the game. I don't know if I would change something right now. It's just that when you start the game, it's all about creating your character. Your character in which you made got far into the game. So the only time you would need to change it if you see yourself dying or your role is being exposed. But you made at least you made it pretty far. So the only thing was just a tweak toward the end, or when they do choose on you and ask for a defense, you just give a solid. That could be solid. And once again, it's trying to be hard to read. I want this to be the pro game. I don't want it to be easy. By fresh buy. I have to see maybe 15 more Mafia games for Spy. But I can see him being similar to Chase. See a similar game. Chase, see some of that. You can clearly see the similarity there. Kojak's played Mafia with us before. If I'm not mistaken, his mustache was a little bit more thicker. It was thicker and wider. It could have been blonde at a time, if I'm not mistaken. Could have been. He did make a call out on me last time, but that call out was incorrect. Let's see. Trying to see if I got a read, if I'm getting a read that I can transpire to you guys. Of course, this is the insight for those who are new or unfamiliar to what Mafia After Mafia in the dark time. And that's after everyone dies, after we see what happens, we break down. This is help people to better themselves in Mafia. Also, know some of the plays that people within our town has used. For you to adopt them, for you to now call them out if they happen to do it again, just learn character. Eventually, we will want you to be able to be 100 different characters. Back in the day, once you get far into your game where your character is kind of in stone, there's times where people have to jump ship or jump character, which is completely 360 of who their character is. You might experience this by going 4 or 5 times Mafia in a row. People not believing you, you being voted off consistently, stuff like that. OG, I'm gonna say OG, his camera position different, assisted him there. Definitely assisted. Kojak just being so fucking fly. I don't know, he was just fucking fly today. That helped him. Spy's a spy. So he just came as a wild card. I would just looking at the town, I would assume and hope that he would be at the end all the time, or be easy to read. Round 1 or round 2, or I can fake clown. I'm reading. One thing I want to. I'm gonna bring this back. Cam killed me again. If you need to pin any kill on me, feel free to kill Cam in my honor. Consistently. So. I'm sorry. Do it. Because it's about to change. It's about to change. So until Cam Wow not killing me, you're more than well to say Trey is Mafia because Cam Wow. Do it. I think it will stick for about 6 rounds. Cam will get killing me out of his spirit, and then it's all good. And plus, I want to push. If you want a more interesting town, you want a little bit more fun town, keep me alive as well. So maybe you think I'm a killer. Maybe you're not going to believe me. Trey's going to be fun in the town. We should keep him around. Ooh, bars, but I'm not a rapper. Drew, you got to stop reading your crystal ball when you play. When you play Mafia, you got to stop reading that crystal ball, bye. You're cheating. You're cheating, and you will never pass round 2. You need to stop that. No more crystal ball reading. No more crystal ball reading. What? Okay. As I see Cam right now, I don't think Cam has a character. Cam so far doesn't have a character. His motion in his zone in the town is more of a tell than anything he says or how he acts in the town. So I think that's pretty OP. That's pretty OP, realistically. Nothing you actually do or say tells us or gives us a clue who you are. More so what you do or how unfocused. So that's pretty OP. I'm gonna figure that out. Beside you killing me all the time. I think Cam did. See that Cam didn't kill me right there. See that I targeted Cam right there in this game, and he was the bus driver. He just switched. There. So I don't know what Adam was thinking at that time. Like, yo, we definitely just targeted him. Also, I didn't know who he wanted me to kill there. My mic was in the way. Spy saved me. Thank you. Also, for those who don't know, when in doubt, if you're the doctor, save me. At least that was a thing. If you knew the OP players, like back in the day, it was more recent Mara Jade, JJ, Queen. You knew their information was significant. You didn't know anybody was going to be targeted within the town besides saving yourself, which I believe, depending what kind of doctor you are, is more significant for you to save yourself round 2, supposed to round 1. But round 1 would go to those strong players that you would assume that might be helpful to the town or somebody you think would be top. Supposed to just a random selection. Just to think about it. So, go into your town and think about the town with no role. So think about, what's this? Us 9 here in this town, but nobody has a role. Who do you want in your town? Who's gonna stay? Who's gonna help you figure out what's going on? Who's hard to read? So that's what you need to think about when it comes to who you're gonna make or who you're gonna be on Mafia, so you ensure that you stay alive. But like I said, there's multiple different ways to do it, but I want to instill a way in which I play. So, yes, you can play Mafia this way, but when Trey on the board, when Trey in the town, we gotta pay attention to this, and that, or who he potentially vote, or another thing as well. When I was full and came out as fake doctor, I came out as fake doctor before and fake roles before to call out Mafia, but also to protect civilian. I happen to be the fool, but when my doctor came out, that is danger to the town. So for me to protect my doctor, I will also come out as doctor. So it's a fight, in between the two. So I rather Mafia have to figure out between me being fake doctor and my real doctor to sacrifice myself so I have my doctor or my cop another round. once again, it's thinking about a bigger game, instead of me just getting X, Y, and Z. But yeah, I'm gonna see if we can push for smaller games, because I can't really dissect 15 people. Here, what we have to start recognizing our trends, and we gotta hope that trends don't exist in Mafia. Not playing it right, we can create trends. You can make secret trends. Well, okay. If I find it's different, and you can play a certain way, but if I see it, it's different because I see it. I'm gonna notice it. I'm gonna point it out. I'm gonna tell it town. I'm gonna talk about a Mafia After Dark. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna add IQ points behind it. I'm gonna adopt it. I'm gonna use it, and then it's not gonna be valuable anymore. So it's up to you to really want to voice it. Do you want to aggressively win these 2 games of Mafia to lose the next 10 games of Mafia? I'm just so town. I so want to win for the town, despite I'd rather be killed. I'd rather be killed as a killer than to eventually have to fight against my town to prove that I'm not a killer when I am a killer. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather not have to go all my acting and all my scripting to eventually the next game the town be like, you're a liar. So I'd rather just die so I can start fresh the next game. All about how you want it. You just want to get this quick dub, or sustain for a next couple. But being a new player, that's for you to kind of chill, sit back a little bit, be a little quiet, respond more so when questions directed to you as sus. Besides that, any more will be too advanced, will get you killed. Get you killed, or wouldn't get you past round 4. So, another thing I would like to point out: we are starting to get to round 3. We're starting to get around, not round 3. Sorry, we're starting to get to 3 remaining, around 3 to 4 townspeople remaining, and this happen to be 2 killers, where we're starting to see town have no chance to win, or town only win if the killers kill each other. I feel like there's something we can do as a town before it gets there to assist the migration. And what that is telling our role. There's 5 people, 6 people remaining. Why are you still holding your role? We are in a town, there's 3 people left. Why did you just allow this man to say he's civilian? What? We know there's only 1 civilian in the game. Why are you not pressured? For example, I notice things. I notice things in the game. But of course, you don't notice things out loud, because the killer's gonna know you noticed and kill you accordingly. But when the game started, in round 1, I said, all right, let's start out by saying who's the civilian. D-Money said he was a civilian. Toward the end of the game, around 4 to 3 people left, Bojack's trial was about 10 seconds long. 5 seconds of it was him saying he just is not adding up. No one's bringing this up, talking about it. One thing I wanted to point out is I hear a lot of our townspeople like, "Oh, we ain't do this," or we not making good decisions, X, Y, and Z. I don't think it's main idea. It's our fault. It's the town's fault. If we're not winning at the end, it is our fault. So either I feel like everyone's playing Mafia by themselves, unless you're the doctor sometimes, and you know doctors we've seen they just save killers now. They save everybody, you know. Doctors saving whoever they want. But I'm seeing our town playing Mafia, everyone by themselves. As opposed to us as a team. I'm not seeing any big team moves. I'm not seeing team moves. I've seen seconds. Agreed. But I'm not. I don't know. I need more. I need more. I need more coverage. I need more points, more direction. So I would like to introduce this new thing, this new character. For those who don't know, at the end of Mafia After Dark, I'd like to introduce my next week character. Of course, the week before, I tell you the character I played for this week. And the week previous, I try to inform you the new character I'm going to create. And of course, in between the games, if I'm staying alive or if I die, I inform my chat the role I'm creating. I don't want to be the same role, and if you're the same role, you're not playing this right. So the next time in my town, because if I'm in, it's ours, mine, one and the same. I'm gonna be a lot more aggressive. I'm gonna be a lot more aggressive. I'm going to force a round one voting. Force round one voting. And it's going to boost my character if I'm a good role. Once again, I don't know what role I'm going to get, but if I'm a good role and people don't follow me, it's just going to boost me for the next game. I just can't get a negative role. I can't get a bad role. That's going to affect me. Usually it works out. But I'm going to be more aggressive. Push. First vote. I'm not gonna let anybody be quiet in the town. So, you know, of course we're gonna have our intro banter, our introduction. Once I get a vibe that somebody's been quiet, I'm going to address it. I'm going to point to look at you. Hey, welcome to the Mafia town. It's about 12 of us in here. Did you know you go to sleep, somebody's gonna die? Oh, you didn't know that? You seem that way. You're not saying nothing, which means you don't care. You don't care? Well, I might as well vote you off now. You might as well get the going. You better get the walking. We said it. A quiet mouth, a quiet town is a dead town. And a quiet early just makes it harder down the road. Because you'll once you get to round 3, round 4, you're trying to bring up why somebody could be potentially Mafia or a killer by what they did in round 1 and round 2. And then new information with other people within our town trying to point fingers at other people in the midst where your information could be valuable, good, bad, tie two people together. But because it was late or positioned at a different time, or, for example, you come out with a role late in the game, but when people say they don't believe you, you're like, well, you better believe me. Like, no, you better get a little bit more intense in your acting. You better get a little bit more aggressive. I'm not believing you. You better get me to believe you. You know, people shut down real quick. Like, oh well, if you don't believe it, that's on you. Like, what you talking about, buddy? Are you folding? Are you not trying to win? It's not adding up. But I definitely want to give a shout out to Manny. Manny came out round 1. That's fake pop. That is crazy. In doing so, he was able to